All right, all right, all right. Welcome to the show, people. So, my name is Nate. I am a lawyer, and we are going to be looking at this deleted video. So, just so everybody understands what happened. Let me change this up. Just so we can all understand what happened. Dr. Rashad Richey is a fake, a phony, right? I am saying that, understating that he's threatening to sue me for defamation. He is a fake. He is a fraud. I am going to show you exactly the reasons why. So, Dr. Richey was exposed by Cam James and a whole bunch of other people. Not me. I am not taking credit for exposing this man. He was exposed by all these other people. So what I did is I went and looked at the information for myself, and then he started threatening to sue everyone. So I'm like, oh, why are you threatening to sue everybody? This is the information's here. So I went and looked at it and saw that the lies were obvious. And he even started putting up fake documents and stuff like that. It got crazy. So he did a response to Cam James' video and said all this other stuff. So Cam James did a second video, and then Richey comes back and does this video where he puts up all these fake diploma mill degrees, degrees that are obviously fake. So in that video, he threatened to it said Nate Valor, stolen valor. So then he puts up all these fake degrees, and we're able to you'll see in a second. I'll break it down and you'll see how they're fake. Like he even has degrees from schools that don't even offer the subject matter of the degree. It's like so bad. And in 1 year, which I'm calling his miracle year, he got like 5 degrees in the 1 year. So obviously we know what's going on. And I'm not the only one calling them out. There are other now other media organizations calling them out, other Black activists are calling them out, and they're calling them out for the right reason. They're saying, TYT couldn't find a qualified Black person. That's where we're at right now. So it's insane. Now, the reason why we're watching this video is because in this video, he puts up fake documents. He confuses his own degrees. He doesn't know how to pronounce them. And on top of that, he lies about the degrees he has, and then he tries to backtrack it, and it's just a total horror show. So they deleted this video, obviously trying to protect them, but because I know people, I was able to get this video of TYT, and now we get to see why he deleted the video. So you are seeing the video that is no longer up on TYT because they deleted it. Quick. Has he provided any evidence he's even qualified to be called doctor? Yes, he has. And even that's questionable. I'm not saying it's legit. I'm saying it's questionable. But yes, I am confident that I can call him doctor because he has a doctorate of education from a legit school. So out of the 21 credentials he said he has, I've been able to verify 3. But the other 18 or whatever, and the other 3 doctorates are all fake from Degree Mill. So we'll go through it. Let me bring in my friend Eric. Eric,
what's up, man?
You are here now. So Eric is going to watch it with us because Eric's been with me as I've been going down this rabbit hole and trying to figure out what's going on.
So his emotional arc, folks. I got to tell you, Nate has actually called me at points saying, I kind of feel bad about this. I don't want to do it to this guy. I feel terrible. And I'm sort of the jerk who's saying, hey, this is a person who's made a career out of trashing other people, being highly critical of whatever they do, and embarrassing those around them. So, the old people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw bricks. He's a brick thrower.
Yes, yeah. Oh, he's a big time brick thrower. Now, I'm gonna start off with. Should I start? Well, all right. So, Dr. Richey has a really interesting path. Before we even get into the video, I want to make sure you guys understand how serious this thing is starting to go. So first, I'm going to bring up something that I have that I want to make sure that you guys can see, and that is Dr. Richey's police report. So Dr. Richey has he's got some serious issues. There. Well, I'm just going in to show people how deep the research is. I'm actually not going there in terms. So Richey has multiple arrests for misdemeanors. He's actually had an arrest for a felony, which he has a conviction. So I have it. I have the police report. I have it all. I have it all. So
has he done time?
Not that I've seen. He was like a first-time offender. So I've got like multiple arrests, multiple convictions. I've got it all. I got it all. And it's interesting because he actually sued some bloggers in the past for this, and then they had to drop the lawsuit because it was true. It was like, yeah, this is actually true. So I don't know if you can sue. So so that was the issue. With
Well, you said he
Dr.
threatened
Richey.
to sue you. Have you gotten your cease and desist yet?
Oh no, I haven't got nothing. But we're going to see that in this video. This video is where he threatens
Okay.
to sue everybody. So we're
Okay,
going to
good.
see it. What I want to pull up before we even get to that is I want to pull this up. So to show you guys kind of how this thing has been developing, here is this is the one I'm looking for. NPR. Yes, I think this is the one. So Richie's been through this before. People have exposed him before. I'm not the first one to do this. He's been exposed before. Here is that expose. So back in 2012, some bloggers called Richey out, right? Democratic Party, blah blah blah.
It's 2012.
2012. Now
Okay.
he was the director of the Democratic Party, and some bloggers came out. It was like Republican and Democrat bloggers came out and said, "Hey, this guy has a whole bunch of he's a criminal. He's got all these things." So
Question: is this before his degree spree or after?
this is during the degree spree. So
okay, I just want to get the timeline, correct here because, people can have a past, they can overcome their past, and they can, do good things. I'm just saying he's probably not as rehabilitated as one had thought.
Yeah. I know. Even Joe Biden's his assistant been given to her. Yeah, no, I've heard, I've seen some of the research on that. But here is just as the Georgia Democratic Party has filed a libel and slander suit against the operators of two blogs, one Republican, one Democrat. Remember, Republicans and Democrats have called him out before because they were saying that this guy has a criminal past and that criminal past should, it should account for something. The public should know. So Richey tried to hide that criminal past and he sued them. And obviously it's a slap suit because, there's like, we got the goods. And then they actually admitted it. So the local news down in Atlanta in 2012 admits it. And they say this: Richey had a series of misdemeanor convictions for criminal trespass, simple battery. Channel 2 Action News has now learned Richey also has a felony conviction for aggravated assault in 1998, but was sentenced as a first-time offender. When he completed his sentence, the felony was wiped from his record. So he's a convicted felon, but he served the sentence, and because he was a first-time offender, they wiped it from his record. That makes sense. So this is the news in Atlanta saying this. So Richey has a felony conviction, multiple misdemeanors. We're not just making that up. Now, I personally, welcome to the show, people. Who is that?
I don't know, bud.
Let me see. Oh, that's my phone.
Oh yeah.
Like, what the hell just happened? All right. Oh, thank you for the $5. Nate, you keep looking amazing since surgery. God bless. Thank you. And God bless you too. Thank you. So today, so Richey has a criminal past. Now, I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say this just personally, the way I feel about this, about the whole criminal stuff. I think Richey, to come from that criminal convictions, felony, and all that, to get a legit bachelor's, a legit MBA, and a legit doctor of education, right? Those 3 degrees, I believe, are real. And I believe that's a great accomplishment for somebody who's been through, had these legal problems, turned his life around and done that. But now,
no, I agree. And if that was the story and it carried on till now, that would be cool. I mean, 100%. Don't get, the person down if they've turned their life around. Yeah. Now comes the but, and but stands for behold the underlying truth. So the but is coming for the rest of the video.
Yes. And this is the but, because most of these other things are just straight up fake. And we all know they're straight up fake, and he knows they're straight up fake. But now I think he's put himself in a position where he kind of has to defend it, but his defense obviously is nonsense. So without further ado, let's watch the video that TYT removed, and Dr. Richey essentially is threatening.
Hold on, you got somebody in the chat here. We got DEWEL Rivera 3305 making a claim here. There we go. Okay, so good. We've got a marker point. Nate,
yes,
it's all bullshit. Everything we're saying is bullshit. This person's the expert, so let's answer this person.
I did a deep dive. His degrees are legit. This post is utter BS. All right, so you know what?
Let's go.
Yeah, Challenge accepted. Hopefully you'll watch the rest of the show because we're gonna let him bury himself because he can't even keep his lies straight. So here we go. TYT, let's start this at the beginning with the intro. Let's go. And again, it is indisputable.
And by the way, this is considered fair use, folks. So those who want to cry copyright claims,
There's
sorry.
a faction of individuals who are intentionally spreading misinformation and disinformation about me and my higher education credentials.
Okay.
I'm going to respond to their specific claims. In addition to that, I will provide specific remedy via documentation to the specific claim.
Let's do it.
I will also provide you with the guidepost or sourcing data
Okay.
to obtain the specific remedy or document that I'm providing to you.
Now, I do want to remember to everybody, he's saying all this, but they deleted the video because they were fake documents.
Hold on. We don't know why. They just deleted the video because of an editing glitch. Who knows?
Right. So let's let me continue.
This is no laughing matter. I'm a university professor. I'm the department chairman of applied physics and health sciences and professor of physics at Beulah Heights University. My college students, my daughter, have asked, why haven't you done this before?
Because we know they're all fake, probably.
Well, because I didn't want to utilize this precious space to talk about myself.
To spread lies.
I see now that a part two and other people are grabbing the commentary. Well, it has to be done. So let's do it.
Let's do it.
First, important note. This is from a government license investigation firm. False.
Government license investigation firm. What the hell? I don't care what the government license investigation firm says. I want to know what the schools say. Give me the absolute transcript, right? Put it on the screen. That shuts everybody up, right? You can just get the transcript online. You just log in and get your transcript. So this detective KT Ashford, government licensed private investigator. What the hell? How do I know this guy doesn't work for Richey?
And I hate to say, I guess the English is a problem too, because isn't it sit for the bar versus fur? It's not a tree, it's for, last time I checked.
Oh yeah, sit for the bar. That's true. This is untrue. His government licensed private investigator. But again, this is maybe some of Richey's friend that he says, oh, I could just say your name, KT Ashford, right? Let's get transcripts. I don't care what this guy says, but we'll hear it. We'll hear him out.
Statements were made via broadcast commentary that Richey's doctor of jurisprudence does not make him eligible to sit for the bar in America. This is untrue. Approximately 30 U.S. jurisdictions allow foreign-trained law school graduates and lawyers, including those from civil law programs like University de la Renaissance, to sit for the bar exam if their education is deemed substantially equivalent to a USJD. Often,
what happened, Richey?
It requires a NACES, NACES, I will explain what that means in a moment, member agency evaluation per the National Conference of Bar Examiners, comprehensive guide to bar admission requirements. States vary in rules. California or New York may waive a full JD for those with 3 to 5 years.
Okay, now we're getting picky in here. Pause for a second, because technically, if we're going to get in this and parse there, buddy, first off, go ahead and sit for the bar then. Why don't you erase all of that? And technically, he could be deemed correct because California, I don't know about New York, but I'll guess, but Virginia, where I live, I will tell you right now, I have no degree. None. I graduate high school. I take it some college. I have no degree. If I were to intern at a law office or hang out or whatever, or even be in prison, because there are people who take the bar from prison, in Virginia, if I get a lawyer who's going to sponsor me, I could technically take the bar with 0 degrees at all. California, I believe you also can take the bar with 0 degrees. Kim Kardashian is a living example of this. So it's interesting to parse this little situation. And the fact is, Dr. Richey, your degree doesn't matter in states where you don't even require a degree to take a bar. And I think Washington's eliminated the bar, right?
Yeah, I think some states have eliminated. Yeah.
We're going to get a little bit, tricky in our language here really quickly, but I just wanted to point out some of the wiggle room in what he's doing.
Well, one of the things also he's doing here is that, see, if you're a practicing attorney, let's say in France, which uses a totally different system, if you practice for like 5 years in France, then you could come over and they'll say, okay, based on your practice experience in this, we'll allow you to. But those are people who are practicing in France, right? Those are people who are, and they'll even need maybe like a course or something. But he's not talking. So he shifts from graduating a law school to now someone who's practicing, where they may waive the JD. So we're talking about the difference between I've graduated law school and haven't practiced a day versus somebody who graduated law school and practiced for 3 to 5 years.
Oh, as a matter of fact, you're sorry, New York. That's true, because you're an example. You took the bar before you graduated law school.
Correct. I was so just so people understand. I was probably one of the top law students in my class in my law school, and they have a program called the Pro Bono Scholar Program. So I actually, if you go look up my records, I passed the bar in February, and I graduated in June. And people are like, well, how did you pass the bar while you're in law school? Well, that was because I had like a 3.6 GPA, and they allowed students to take the bar. And then for that last 6 months of law school, you would actually represent clients who didn't have money to pay for lawyers. And that was the way to kind of have these low-income people be represented for like housing court or minor criminal offenses and things of that nature, to get us practice instead of just having that last third year. So I was actually I had actually passed the bar while I was in law school. So yeah, so it's possible. You don't need the full JD, but that was the New York's particular program. Let's listen to what he said, because I'm just going to tell you, he doesn't have a JD, and he's obviously lying. But we'll get to exactly why he's lying in a second.
For additional U.S. studies, but NACE's member evaluation agencies routinely evaluate credentials for equivalency based on program duration, content, and home country accreditation, aligning with ABA standards and enabling University of Renaissance graduates bar eligibility in the United States. Second false statement that has been made. False statements about Richey's Master of Science in Neuroscience.
So now he's talking about this UNIP. So we moved from the JD to UNIP. So okay, let's do
science.
Neuroscience.
From unit professors and Richey's graduate program matriculation were broadcasted via commentary by digital content developers, asserting that Richey went to University del Pacifico in Peru. I never did, never have, don't know them people over there.
Never
Richey
did.
did not.
Okay.
Never has he said he did, and has no affiliation with the university. However, Richey did attend University del Pacifico UNIP, located in Central America, earning his Master of Science in Neuroscience, see Figure F, and we will see Figure F in just a moment.
We'll see Figure F.
Let me say this about the...
Okay, so I want to ground everybody here to what the overall picture is before we start getting into the details. Here's the overall picture of Richey's degrees. And I'm just going to go to year 2023. Now, anyone who's had any type of schooling or done anything, these are the degrees he got in 1 year, 2023. They're listed on his resume. I'll even pull that up so you can see they're like listed on his resume. They're listed everywhere. These are the degrees he's claimed to have in 2023. So let me pull this up. This is his legal store bio, which I'll pull up, and you can see I've pulled out most of these things. You'll see 2023.
Have you archived this, by the way?
Yeah,
because they keep changing.
I have archived it, but and like all like fake PhD, all of them have archived this, but I have archived this. But so when you look at this, you'll see 2023 a lot, 2023, 2023, 20. So you'll see a lot of 2023. I actually put it on a spreadsheet so we can see all the certificates and degrees he got in 2023 and the countries he's got them from. So let's go. Let's just do a quick, let's just do something quick and just go over what we have here. So 2023, right? He's got a certificate of finance from Harvard Law in the U.S. He also claims he's got a JD from Haiti. So we got the U.S., now he's going to Haiti. Then he says he has a LLM, master's in law, again from Haiti. So he got 2 law degrees from Haiti in that year.
Except, correct me if I'm wrong, neither of those are postdoc degrees to begin with, even if he did get them.
Yes, but again,
or graduate degrees.
Well, these are graduate degrees. He's claiming they are graduate degrees. But
right.
I'm not going to bury the lead. The Haitian government is about to tell us that those degrees are fake and why they're fake.
Okay.
I'm going to bury the lead. So we got Haiti, we got Costa Rica in 2023, Masters in Applied Physics. We got Masters in Applied Physics from Costa Rica. And I don't know why I put this here twice, but yes. Then we have the Paris Graduate School, another Master's in Applied Physics. Then we have a Master's in Cognitive Psychology from Asia Pacific, Singapore. So we got Singapore, France, Costa Rica, Haiti. Go ahead.
Now, everybody, because it's so relevant here. It's not just getting multiple degrees. Like, for example, if somebody got a law degree and like a communications degree at the same time, that wouldn't be completely unusual, or some sort of diplomatic degree, like working with other countries, and a law degree. They're complementary and a lot of things may overlap. But when you're talking about law, physics, and cognitive psych, you're talking about 3 extremely different disciplines, all at the same time, and all of which are life works for most people. This is starting to get beyond ludicrous.
Yeah, so I would put a poll in the chat if I was thinking about putting a poll in the chat, but if people think that he could get 5 degrees from 5 different countries, all in this stuff, and we haven't even talked about how most of these schools don't even offer these programs. So obviously it's fake. And he just called out UNIP, which we'll talk about in a second. So here we go. Let's go back to Richie and see what he now has to say. So 2023, it's almost impossible for someone to do all that work, but we're going to continue on.
Fundamentals of why I'm doing this. And I'm just going to ask you to bear with me because it's important.
We're going to bear with you. Yes.
The individuals who are attacking me, I'm not doing this for you.
Oh, no.
You're attacking me because you think my higher education career
is a fraud.
A soft space of vulnerability.
No, I think it's a fraud.
My advocacy for those we advocate for every day. And
pause for a second.
My position against failed policies in this.
He literally, after a fashion, in my opinion, admitted he's a fraud in that statement when he said, my education is a soft, vulnerable thing. Why is it vulnerable? Either you got a degree or you don't have a degree, right? You have it or you don't have it. There's no vulnerability there. The only reason it could be vulnerable is if it ain't quite right. There's some problems there. They did a little bit. So therefore, it is a vulnerability to his advocacy, that sounds like something his lawyer would say, or his PR rep would say, if he was speaking about him in public. Am I misinterpreting that, Nate? Because I'm going by statement and else, and that to me, again, my opinion, he's admitting, yeah, I've at a minimum and exaggerated things a little bit here.
No, we haven't even gotten to the quote exaggerate. I'm talking about it's. Yes, I think it's an admission, but he's gonna make some more admissions throughout this video that I'll point out. But I think you're 100% correct. That's an admission that some of his stuff is questionable, and that's why he has to make this video. But again, let's continue.
Nation and beyond. So you attack that spot. I promise you I will not be getting fired from my university, and I promise you they had a vetting system that would rival that of the most extreme vetting services in this nation.
All right.
Every college I've worked at since 2016 can attest to it. I'm doing this for those who follow the work, who care about truth, who may be confused about the noise, and it gives you the opportunity
to combat disinformation. Get the race card in there quick.
Have you seen John's review of his physics dissertation? Oh yeah, I saw that. It reads like a DEI thinks papers. Look like You're right. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. And this one, holding yourself out to be a lawyer is a crime. Yes. We'll talk about that because not only did he hold himself out to be a lawyer, but
if he represented a client, that would be.
Just so you guys know how deep we're going with this. I'm contacting the Georgia State Bar Association, the people who have the ethics down there, and I'm going to ask them straight out. Here is the fairness firm that Richey still claims to be running as a managing partner. So I'll put now. I know some people are saying the thing, but in his legal Zoom bio right here, he claims to be a managing partner of this civil rights law firm, right? Managing partner. I'm going to tell the authorities probably tomorrow. I'm going to say, hey, here's what this guy has been saying. Here's this video. He says he has a JD. He says he's a managing partner of a law firm in your state. Is that legal? And they'll see what they say. Now, from the way
doesn't the term partner mean lawyer? I just want to ask if you use the word partner. Now, if he said owner, that wouldn't necessarily be wrong, right? But by saying partner, he's implying lawyer.
He said, listen, I don't want to get, I'm not even sure about that. I'm saying,
okay.
I'm not sure if he's implying lawyer, but I'm saying, my question to them is, which I know the answer to people, is can a non-lawyer be a managing partner at a law firm? And then I'll send them this information. If they say yes, then fine. If they say no, then you might have a crime. So we will see. But that's going to be my question for the officials in that particular state. And you know why? Because the states that I've worked in, you have to be a practicing attorney to be a managing partner at any law firm. It's a requirement. And I think it's a requirement in that state too. But I'm not 100% positive. So that's why you go to the authorities and you ask them. So I'll be sending this to them.
Somebody in the chat's claiming that you can be a partner without being a lawyer. So, okay,
so what we're going to ask the authorities there, because I know in my state, you can't.
And by the way, folks, I'm not teasing him about the X because that's kind of a regional dialect type of thing. There's, for example, in Texas, they say, was it voir dire?
Yeah.
Which is actually voir dire.
Yeah.
And if you go to the original, French. So I'm not gonna pick on somebody for having an accent from their background.
Yeah, I think that's fine. But here, so let's get back to what Richey's saying, because he's now going to go into it. And again, we're what, 4 minutes into this 30, so we're going to let it play a little bit.
Exposes those who engaged in bad faith behavior. After this segment, if the individuals who shared this and disinformation about me don't apologize, not to me, you don't have to apologize to me, but to the people that they told. If they don't apologize to you, they don't deserve you as a follower. Period.
Oh, here's someone. It says, generally, a non-lawyer cannot be traditional equity partner in a U.S. law firm due to ethical rules of ABA model, preventing non-lawyers ownership and control, but in some jurisdictions. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's jurisdictional. So you're right. You're right. Some jurisdictions, and this guy says, I am a lawyer. I don't have a degree from any formal training, but I'll represent you in court of law, fight for your rights to do whatever you're accused of doing. Okay.
I know you wanted to keep it playing through, but I want to do a proper apology. So
Okay.
I apologize for raining on your parade to all Rashad Richey followers who actually bought his bullshit. I am sorry for all the hours you've wasted following a fraud. I know it's a terrible thing, and I'm deeply, deeply sorry for you. So I apologize, on the behalf of humanity and creators everywhere that you've had to suffer this.
Yeah, and I'm going to say too, don't trust us. Don't trust anything we're saying here. Do the research yourself. If you look at my last video, as a matter of fact, I'll even put the source to the documents and all the proof under this video. So don't trust us at all. Do your own research, and you'll see exactly what we're talking about.
You know what? You can upload his video to the Internet Archive and point people to it as well.
Oh, you know what? That'll be the next thing. But here we go.
Education that needs to happen here. Forgive me. The first time I did this part, I did not explain this thoroughly. Important note, the agency says accredited foreign degrees from accredited universities usually must undergo a foreign credential evaluation process by a United States-based evaluator for professional licensure, credit transfer, employability, and research fellowships. NACES, National Association of Credential Evaluation Services, is the industry's most reputable and most recommended. As a US-based trade association founded in 1987 that promotes excellence and ethical standards in foreign credential evaluation. Basically, 95% of the universities are not in America. So if you get a degree from one of those universities, you to transport it to an American university or a job in the United States, you have to get an evaluation from NACES.
No, this is true, and this makes sense, right? I got a foreign degree. What are these? How was you trained? Now, one thing that he's not going to say is that generally, the first thing they look for is accreditation, right? If you're from an accredited, recognized school in France and you transfer to the United States, then they know that, hey, that accreditation means we've learned the same things. There's this particular standard that you've been, and they'll transfer those credits. So that's what he's talking about, and that's true. So this is what he's saying is honest, but
he's not. He's lying by omission here, and this is why. He's stating a policy which is true, which is people who have degrees from other places can follow this procedure to get them there.
Correct.
What he's not doing is applying it to his bullshit.
Yes. Yes.
So he's reading a policy of what people do, but he's not saying my stuff. He's saying people's stuff.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
NACES member institution. It's real simple. It's not difficult. Okay. Important note. So NACES is highly regarded as a leading authority in the field, with its members trusted by U.S. universities.
But I want to make it very clear. Even if NACES says you have a JD, that doesn't mean you have a JD. They'll say it's equivalent to a JD.
Right.
But that does not mean you have a JD. That means NACES has recommended it. And then what happens is the particular jurisdiction will look at it and they reject NACES members' evaluation. They'll say, no, this is bullshit. It's not a JD. So just because you got evaluated by NACES doesn't mean it's actually true. They're saying this is what we think it is. So I understand what Dr. Richey is trying to do, but he's not being honest with what it actually represents.
And boards, bar exams, and teaching credentials. Employers and government agencies like USCIS for immigration institutions often mandate NACES evaluation for consistency and assurance. It vets and maintains membership for independent agencies that assess international academic course by course.
Now, obviously, he's building up NACES, so
he's talking about them, but not him. Again, it's like I could talk about that all day. I could sit there and talk about your degree all day. I could talk about any institution all day. He's not connecting those dots. He's not tying it to his degree. He's just spouting off about an institution, and this is some clever verbal manipulation, but it is pure manipulation at this point.
Oh yeah.
Like the things that are in question. It's not in question that I was accepted and enrolled in Dartmouth College School of Medicine. We could put it up. Dartmouth College School.
Now, nobody's questioning this. He said everybody's like, all right, Dartmouth's cool. So I'm just going to pass this because what he's doing is saying, here are the real stuff to make you feel like, okay, but it's all real, right? So Dartmouth College, he says he was enrolled in this Master of Science program. I've seen nothing to suggest that.
No. I would push back on that, Nate. He was accepted into that. You know what? I was expected to Kansas State University.
Yeah.
Where's my degree? Oh, I never finished. I took a couple of classes. I never finished. Because you're accepted into a program, a lot of high school students, they go in, they take their SATs, and they apply to a bunch of universities. And you know what? They're accepted to X number of universities. Hey, you can start here tomorrow. Does that mean they did? No. Just because you're accepted into something doesn't mean you actually have a degree from that thing.
Yes, but he says Richey was accepted, so I'm just taking that for all right. You're accepted, so what, right? And I'm assuming he has proof that he was accepted, so I'm not even questioning that. And again, like you'll see, not everything he says is fake, but that's the way you play the scam, right? Here's some real stuff, here's some fake stuff we put all together, and you think it's all real. That's the way he's playing it. First degree experts destroy credibility of everyone. Frauds have made everyone feel compelled to be an expert in everything to find the truth. Amen to that, brother. Amen to that.
Implementation science program, Atlanta University. That's not in question.
So now here's another one. Clark University. He obviously graduated that. That's good. So he's just going to read this. So I'm not going to even go through this. He's talking about his peer review.
America's College Promise Act of 2018 on higher education access for non-traditional Black students, a policy, governmental, and political insight. If you want to read that, you can go to the International Peers Specificity of Technology.
So now,
which, by the way, if we stop there, that's a great degree. He should be very proud. There's no problems whatsoever. Great. I salute you. You did that.
Dr. Richey.
It's when you start fabricating and lying. And that's what befuddles me. How many PhDs are there in this country? What percentage of the population? Like 0.001? I mean, it's a very rarefied territory to be in.
And he has
Why do you have to lie? Why do you have to embellish it?
Matter of fact, he's got verified PhDs before he even had a bachelor's. But let's get
And these are the specific answers.
Okay.
IIC University of Technology. Technology, I hold a Master of Neurophysics from their Mathematics and Science Department. Forgive me, I'm trying to be brief.
Okay.
Richey completed a 2-year, 45-credit Master of Science by Research. This is a common model in universities across the globe. Master of Science by Research, concentration neurophysics from 2023 to 2025 through their International Office for English-speaking students. Somebody said, do I speak all these languages? No, of course not. They have an International Office for English-speaking students. Almost all of them do. IIC University of Technology is located in Southeast Asia, is officially recognized and accredited by the Ministry of Education, Youth, and Sports of Cambodia since its founding in 1999, with full accreditation under sub-decree number 127 ANK-BAK by the royal government. Now, here's the fundamental difference.
So he says he has this degree from Cambodia. Right, IIC University of Technology, located in Southeast Asia. So should we look that up?
Sure, why not?
You know what? Let me do that.
I mean, I would start off with saying, so what about being accredited in Cambodia? That doesn't apply to the U.S., but definitely look it up.
All right, so let me put this in, and I'm gonna just put up IIC because I want people to see exactly what we're talking about. So,
is there a picture of the university too? I'd love to see the
if you can look at
campus.
IIC UNIVERSITY of Technology.
Because I know he has interesting campuses in some of these.
Oh yeah, in Cambodia. All right, so let's see. I want the. Let's. Can you pull up the school? Look for ICC University of Technology in Cambodia.
All right, hang on. I will. ICC University.
Mm-hmm.
Cambodia. University of Technology, right? Or just university?
Yes.
All right. I have a Wikipedia article. What do we want on that?
Well, you know what I'll do? I'll first show you what. So I put this into it, right? So here is what ChatGPT says. Clean bottom line analysis, ICC Cambodia, based on what is said in the video without assuming facts not proven on the record. First, what can be true about ICC? It's government recognition in Cambodia. Cambodia does accredit universities directly through the government, not private regional accreditations like the U.S. Institutions may be licensed by the Ministry of Education, blah, 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 right? Where the argument becomes misleading. Government accreditation does not equal to U.S. degrees, right? This is the core sledge of sleight of hand. All right, sleight of hand. Foreign government recognition does not equal U.S. academic equivalency.
No, that's what I said. Okay.
Yeah, it's exactly what you said, right? Determinations are made by the credit evaluation services, but he's not putting that up. He's put that up before to make it seem like it, but he hasn't put that up now. Masters of Neuroscience. What is accurate? Masters by research. Cambodia allows English language, right? Such programs can legally exist. What's missing or unproven, no independent verification shown that ICC offers a neurophysics degree. And the reason why is when you go to the website, they don't even offer this degree on their website.
Oh, well. Hate that.
Yeah. So it doesn't mean anything, right? So we have this bottom line, possible. ICC likely exists. It may legally recognize in Cambodia, master's research framework, not proven, misleading. And so I want to go to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to their website and let's see if they even offer this degree. So as you guys see, we're working through it together, right?
Yeah, I'm on the website. I got to find the English version too.
Oh, it doesn't translate. You should translate it. Website. So I'm going to click on the website and pull that up. So everyone, I want everybody just to understand. So here is the website. So
okay, I see it on the bit here. They have 3 masters. He's got a master's, he said, right?
Yes.
There are 3 options: Masters of Business Administration, Master of Commerce, and Master of Science and Information Technology. Somehow I don't see that. Was it physics he's claiming?
Yeah, he's claiming he's claiming he's got a master's in what? What's it up here? Master's in something from Cambodia.
It was like either physics or applied neurology, or it was some weird one.
Let's listen to him again.
Recognized and accredited by the Ministry of Education.
Science,
neurophysics,
science and neurophysics. All right. So now I'm here at the college. This is their website. This is their ICC, and we'll go to programs. Right. Let's go to international programs because he's saying he's doing an international program. So let's see now, just to make sure we are not now.
Go to the left. Actually, go to programs, Nate. I could take you right to where you want to go. Go to programs. Now go down to master under graduate program on the left there, and then go ahead. Whoop.
Sorry, I went to graduate master. There we go.
Go to, well, it's spread out, but go back to it, and there, go to master, and it's spread into 3 for me. I don't know why it's not for you, but
it is spread into 3 master. But it's just it keeps refreshing.
No, go back to it, and there you go. There you go. So there are your 3 options. And go to Master of Science, because that's the only science. He did say science, right? So go to that.
He said that.
And then let's look at the list. It'll tell you all the options, which are,
so we have a Master of Science in Technology, including developing systems, statistical, blah, blah, blah. No neurophysics.
No, this is all straight IT. I worked in IT. I could tell you this is all, database, data analysis, blah, 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 down. It's just IT.
So we got a school. He says he's got research in neurophysics from this college, but it doesn't even offer that program. And you saw us look it up in real time, right? Now, I have the information already looked up, but I would rather just go through the process here.
Well, go through the other 2 just in case. Maybe they got confused. They put it under business or commerce. I don't think they did, but why not? Why not?
Control F, and we'll type in NEU. Nope, neuroscience is not even the word's not even there, right? It's not.
I think it's a neurophysics, to be fair. So just type in type in physics.
Let me type in physics. PHYSI. Nope, it's not. It doesn't even. It's 0 out of 0. It's not.
Okay, well maybe it's under commerce. Maybe it's under commerce. Be fair.
We'll do commerce. Control F, and physics doesn't come up at all.
No.
Yeah. So
okay.
So we've gone through the school. We've gone to the website. They don't offer this degree from Cambodia. So is this a lie? Is he being right? Is this correct? I understand why they might have deleted this video now, because it clearly the school doesn't even offer a neuroscience master's. Again, from what we can see, you see what we see. Here we go. So he's claiming to have a degree from a school that doesn't really even have the degree. Matter of fact, at least that's what his website says. Have you seen Richey versus Jared Taylor IQ debate, where he infamously asked, "You believe that IQ is a genetic dynamic and not
dynamic and not atmospheric?" Honestly, I haven't watched that, and Just to be forthcoming, Jared Taylor is a very well-known, quote, alt-right figure, white nationalist. Just know what you're watching. He is a self-admitted fellow traveler of Richard Spencer and some pretty strong, if you will, dare I say, racist individuals. And I don't use the term racist as in I don't like the person, but they believe in something they call race realism. And it is very, very focused on differences between races. Jared Taylor's one of the top voices in that. So I'm not trying to do an ad hominem. Everything he said could be true and all that, but just know what you're getting into if you go down that path.
So I want to be very clear. He's, unless he can show us why he believes he can get this degree from Cambodia from this particular school, which doesn't offer it, then I think he's got a problem. So let's continue to play it. Maybe he'll explain it.
Youth and Sports of Cambodia since its founding in 1999 with full accreditation under sub-decree number 127 ANK-BAK by the royal government. Now, here's the fundamental difference in education in America and everywhere else. We are the only country that relies on private companies to accredit our universities and degrees. In every other country, the government directly accredits the university.
Now this is where the deception goes, right? So what he's trying to do is fool you. The license to operate a school is different than accreditation. See, the license to operate means, so for instance, in like if you're like in Massachusetts or wherever, let's say you have Harvard, where Harvard University is at. Harvard University is able to operate in that state because they have a license in the state they operate. Even schools that are not accredited are licensed to operate in that state. But the difference, the accreditation is the difference in how the quality of the education. So like Harvard Law School is accredited by the ABA, shows you the quality of education, get you to
well, their programs are.
Yes.
For example, I know my wife is a librarian, and some of the people working for her were getting a library degree, and the program wasn't accredited yet. They were working for accreditation based on their program. So the people who graduated technically would be getting a master's of library science from that school, but it would not be officially accredited until that point when they came down and said, boom, yes, this is good to go.
Yes.
And that would have very severe implications for potential employment, things like that. Because if you get your degree, no question the person's going through the school, doing the program, all of that. But if that degree is not or a program is not officially accredited, then you may not be able to be considered professionally in that job.
Which makes sense. But now I want you guys to understand going into this, if he says it's recognized by the state, that's fine. It could be unaccredited. That means it could have the worst education possible, right? Nobody recognizes the quality of that degree. But if it's accredited, then they say, yes, they meet certain standards of education, and that goes a long way. Now, what he wants you to believe is that just because you can operate in a particular place, that means you're accredited. That is a lie. It's manipulation. And that's what he's trying to do, to fool people who don't really understand the difference between having the ability to operate versus being accredited. So let's see him say it. And he's going to mostly tell you he doesn't care about accreditation. Why? Because
he doesn't have
most of the places that he's getting these degrees are unaccredited.
Because they see education as a service and not as an industry. So when we talk about accreditation, of course, the University of Bristol will not be accredited by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools.
No, it'd be accredited. Like, for instance, in France, they publicly accredit their doctoral program. So they only do that through their public schools. Private schools don't have that ability. But they do accredit by the state, but that's a separate thing than so you can operate a school, but you won't be accredited to be able to do certain things without the state accreditation. So it's two separate things. One's accreditation, one is the ability to operate. And he's trying to combine the two to say, hey, they have the ability to operate. That automatically means my degree is good, which is not true. And again, you could do that here in the United States. There's many non-accredited schools here in the United States. You can get your degree from. So, and they have the ability to operate. They just don't have the ability to. They're just not accredited.
They will be accredited by the government. That's the fundamental difference. Okay. All right. These are just different systems, but they are interactive based on quality. This sub-decree establishes IIC as a legitimate higher education institution, allowing it to offer degrees from bachelor's to doctoral levels. Additionally, they receive full quality education certificate from Accreditation Committee of Cambodia on November 21st, maintains continuous accreditation from ACC, ensuring compliance, et cetera, et cetera. Bottom line, it is accredited, fully accredited by the government, and it is noted. I'll put up my confirmation enrollment letter. What you're looking at is my confirmation enrollment letter to the university. This was to give an impression for those who said the Master of Science in Neuroscience doesn't exist. It's right there in black and white.
Pause.
Okay.
He literally, again, statement analysis.
Okay.
Give an impression. Give an impression. He didn't say prove. He said give an impression. So if you listen to his language, he's literally admitting a deception, in my opinion. He's saying, think about that. Give an impression. That's true. He is 100% presenting this document to give an impression that there's something there. Everybody listen, go ahead and rewind. Tell me if I'm crazy, but I'm telling you, he literally just said that.
Now, it's interesting because the school is legit, but if they don't have the program that, so he's now showing us a document saying he's in a program where the school's own website says that this doesn't say this program exists.
So let's look at the document further. Can
Right,
we say anything about that?
Yeah, so I'm what I'll do is I'll do this. Let me undo this and zoom in. So let's zoom in. So this is July 25th, 2023. Number one, it's in English because he says it has the English he's blacked
Well, he
out
did say that
there.
they have an English department, because they need more money. I'm sorry, I'm not going to judge the institution.
Confirmation of enrollment.
He says it's from Global Research Off Campus, 2 years, and it's signed by this person, ICC, Kingdom of Cambodia. Please.
What about the seal? What does the seal say? Or is that in English? Can we tell?
Can't really tell what the seal says.
Okay, fair enough. Well, whatever.
So, but just to be clear, whatever this document is, I can't call it fake, but what I'm going to call it is unverified because the school itself says they don't even offer this program. So
suspect.
he's showing us a very suspect document. Now, if you think this document is real, let me know in the comments section. But I don't know how this document can be real. Oops, I moved too fast forward. I don't know how this document can be real based on what we just saw from their own website. So either we're talking about the wrong school or he's just made this document up.
To your program, my master's thesis will be
what year is it?
Very soon.
2023.
Okay, so I'll give the maximum charity humanly possible. Nate, they had it in 2023 and they stopped it in 2024.
All right, fair enough.
That's the only, the only way I could see it at all, which I doubt, but I haven't contacted the school. That would be the next step. If somebody wants to contact the school and say, okay, do you have this program? Yes or no? Did you ever have this program? Yes or no?
Well, right now we don't see it. More degrees.
The rectal thermometer.
And he can do the same thing with them as far as I'm concerned.
His degrees don't shine. The sun doesn't shine on Richie's degrees.
Public for your review.
Okay. Thank you, Rich.
I hope that settles that. I have a master's of science in neurophysics. We can move on.
From a school that doesn't offer it. Yes, we can move on.
Paris Graduate School at Morgan State University, Physics Department. Richey, in October 2025, completed the Doctor of Philosophy Research Program in Interdisciplinary Studies Quantum Physics Concentration by successfully defending his research on the PGS campus in Paris, France. Paris Graduate School, in collaboration with Morgan State University Department of Physics and Engineering Physics Chair. Please note, Morgan State University.
Now, I want to be very clear, too.
Ooh.
Even with the last one, he didn't show his transcript. He didn't show a diploma.
I'd like to see his plane
letter.
tickets getting to France.
Yeah,
He said he's claiming he physically was there defending. Did I read that right?
Yeah, but I think he has pictures too. So I want to.
Okay.
I think he has pictures of him being in France. But I want to say also Paris Graduate School is a degree mill, so he's going to be he's on that a lot. But I want to be very clear. If I showed you an acceptance letter, I have acceptance letters from like 10 different law schools.
Mm-hmm.
So if I just say, hey, I got an acceptance letter from this law school, that means nothing. It's the transcript. So that's why he's showing an acceptance letter, because he thinks you guys are so dumb that he can just show you an acceptance letter and you think he actually has the degree, like Eric said earlier. So did you fall for that trick for the last one? He just showed you an acceptance letter. Let's see if he shows us a transcript for this one. Paris Graduate School.
It is an American university in Maryland and a state institution. Paris Graduate School is in France. We'll get into why the partnership was important. Morgan State University attestation letter. Put it up for a mass. That is the official attestation letter from Morgan State University, Department of Physics and Physics Engineering. Attesting.
Now, just to be clear, this
attestation letter? That's quite the word.
I will say this. This person didn't write this letter. This person did sign this letter. Now, this letter, it's very, very helpful to Richey's claim from Morgan State University. But when we asked this person about this letter and Richey, they threatened to sue for defamation. Right? We said, "Oh, did you do this? Don't call me again." But they were afraid of this letter. They were afraid of this letter. So, Richey, this letter is signed by the person it's signed by. I don't think this letter is fake. So I'm going to move forward a little bit because, again, I don't want to.
Hold on, Nate. Have you called anyone else at the university? I think that you should email the university so you'd have the receipts of the email and ask somebody else at the university and say, hey, I asked about this letter. They didn't seem to want to talk to you, so I wanted to escalate and ask, whoever the provost is or whatever at that university.
Well, this person actually is at another university, and I don't want to put too much pain on this person, but this person at another university and is pretty much walking all this back. But it's okay. It's okay.
Well, my question is that if this person did something, and I know I sound terrible, they may be there are people out there. I'm just going to say there are people out there. I'm not saying it's this person who are available for a fee or other exchange who may do things that are not necessarily on the up and up.
But let me stop you. This person is the person who signed this, has the degrees, is legit, like all that stuff. I think he just befriended Richey, and then Richey said, "Hey, can you sign this for me?" And he signed. That's my impression. So again, it's just my own personal impression, but that's what I think happened here, if that makes sense.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, if he's done it for other people, then there could be a problem.
That's true. That's true. But in terms of whether this is fake or not, I know some people are saying it's fake. There's some issues with it. Unless I can say it's obviously fake, and this is the reason why, I'm accepting it as real and just moving on. Does that make sense? Because why query with it, right? I know the guy is real. I know he's what he says he is. I'm just, if he said.
Well, what does the letter say just overall? Does it say, yeah, he did this, he attended, and he got the degree?
He's a good guy and he got the degree. Yeah, that type of thing. It's pretty. He's gonna read most of it, but it's pretty.
Edit materials culminated a 3.5-year rigorous investigation yielding novel contributions to quantum physics, including optical properties for medical and therapeutic applications.
Quantum physics, folks.
His work incorporates comprehensive experimental data, high-resolution images, and video documentation, ensuring empirical validity. The Paris Graduate School model, emphasizing independent research and original scholarship, aligns with Morgan State University's standards in engineering physics. Dr. Richey's thesis advances quantum material science with utilities such as the in-bed prototype for energy efficiency, computing, and biomedical therapies. His achievements include peer-reviewed publications in the International Journal of Science and Research and a Global Recognition Award.
So that's essentially what he's. So it's a good letter for him.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It shows that, hey, this person was able to write it, but he's not showing us the degree.
Well, I want everything he just included. Why can't he put that up on the screen? I would like to see. He said peer reviewed, right?
Yeah.
So there are sites that show the peer reviewed documents, and you should be able to look up the document, find out who the peer reviewers were, et cetera, et cetera.
But the journals that he uses are pay-for-play journals. They're not really, you know what I mean? So now I'm going to say this. I'll say one thing is that let's talk about Paris Graduate School. And I just want to let everyone know. So I also checked this. Paris Graduate School isn't legit, right? Based on a review of French government database and accreditation, right? Paris Graduate School is not legitimate state-recognized university. It fits the criteria of a degree mill that sells titles rather than providing accredited education. Now, there are multiple AIs that are saying this, but I'm just going to stay with this one. It's not recognized by the French government. So he's all on Paris Graduate. I want you guys to hear him say Paris Graduate, Paris Graduate.
He did.
Then pull this up. It's not recognized by the French government, right? In France, only state via Ministry of Higher Education or recognized public universities can award doctorates. Private schools cannot grant PhDs unless they have specific contracts with public universities. The check. I searched the official French Ministry Higher Education database for Paris Graduate School. The results. It does not exist on the list of recognized doctoral schools.
Question. What about Morgan?
Morgan is legit. Morgan's here.
Hold on. But he's saying that it was a partnership with Paris Graduate School and Morgan. And he did say that comes up more importantly later. So the question would be, I don't know if you've asked it.
Go ahead.
Is there here we go. Morgan. I saw Morgan in that list here.
Morgan. The Morgan loophole. Richie's defense relies on a letter from Dr. Willie Rockward at Morgan State, a real school, to validate his degree. The scam. Richie admits in his own defense that Morgan State does not offer a PhD in physics. Because he couldn't get the PhD from a real school, Morgan State, he partnered with a fake school, Paris Graduate School, to print the diploma while using a real professor's signature to make it look academic.
So he had a real professor essentially who said everything. Richie did all this stuff according to his transcripts, but he didn't say it was from Morgan, and it's not from Morgan. So thank you. You're filling the second half that I wanted to know, because he was marrying the two together to use Morgan to legitimize the Paris.
Verdict. Fake. If you buy a degree from here, you are paying for a PDF file from a virtual office in Paris, validated by a certificate from a virtual office in California. It has zero academic standing in the European Union or the United States. Case closed, right? So, and he says this is where he got his PhD in quantum physics. Anything more we need to say about this, or what?
Well, quantum physics is kind of like the invisible manipulation of the universe. So
come on.
Maybe he's maybe he's applied. This is a manipulation of degrees.
Let's just move on. It's
You got to switch back to the other screen, I think.
Oh, sorry.
And you got to chat here. But Fanny Pack Willis gave him his degree. Fanny
Pack Willis. Hold on, I gotta remove this and then try to do this again. Add to stage and see. Can you hear this? Because it said I lost the audio.
Well, we'll find out. I don't hear it now.
You don't hear it now. All right, so
You'll have to unshare and then reshare. Just do the whole thing again.
All right, remove, unshare. Oh, let me do it this way. Stop sharing.
Yeah, there you go. And then reshare, and it should
reshare again. Okay. Let's see.
Now that's funny. Dr. Richey has a degree at Trump University. I don't think Trump University is accredited, so that's a fair statement.
Very, very. Here we go.
metamaterials, nanocrystals, and plant stem parts. It was quite phenomenal. Well, why was I lecturing at Morgan State? Why was I lecturing, period? Well, because after the first year of a doctoral program, you start teaching. So that's one of the opportunities. I'm doing this.
Stop for a second. I want to see this. Okay. And this is where you got to start really digging into it. You know that Lex Friedman has been under fire.
Why?
Because of his MIT claims.
Oh.
And he has a legitimate degree.
Hold on. The issue is, I want to kind of get through this, and I don't want to just go on a sidetrack. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no. I want to go. I'm applying it directly. So if you let me speed through, I swear.
You got it. I just want to let you know.
I was going to say Lex Friedman is under fire because he did something kind of similar to what may be done here. He has legitimate degrees at Drexel, but he claims MIT. What he did, though, is he taught like optional classes, not even, towards a degree program at MIT. And then he claimed that made him a professor at MIT, right? So he's saying he's lecturing at Morgan University. I would like to know, is this part of an accredited program that he's lecturing at Morgan University, or is it one of those, life skills programs or what have you, like an optional, fun elective that anybody could take? That's all I'm saying.
Or it could be an adult, what they call an AC, an adult continuing education course, non-degree courses, something.
Right. Which is a big factor.
Oh yeah, that is a big factor. If you're not teaching schools and giving grades, teaching in the school and giving grades,
it's unfair to the students I teach, to the colleagues I have, and to you, because there's nothing secret about my education. I'm simply a lifelong learner, period. Let's go to accreditation. It has been said that the school is accredited. Let me do this. Put up the attorneys for me.
Put up the attorneys.
All right. So for those who have spread these malicious lies, those are the people you're looking at them who will be in touch with you because they're analyzing.
Analyze it, baby.
All of the information, and you will be receiving a letter this week.
Now, Nate, can you contact him and say, I'm waiting for my letter? I haven't received my letter yet.
I have tried to call them, but nobody's picking up. Also, second, that's the reason why I'm giving you guys all my information, because what I do is I'll say, this is how I feel about it. Here's all the information, and you check it. But it's obvious that some of these things are fake, and we'll go through it because he then puts up fake documents behind this. So it's hilarious. He's in this video. He's threatening to sue people because he's saying that things are false, but then he's going to put up fake documents, which will obviously see they're fake. So let's continue.
Not only are you being sued by me, you're being sued by others. The institutions that you decided to defame are suing you as well. I'm giving you fair notice, fair warning. I'm sure I'm not supposed to tell you this, but I am.
Just like you sued before.
It's careless.
No, that's not true. You are supposed to tell people.
Parish Graduate School.
When he said, this legal mine that is in front of us, correct me if I'm wrong. You actually are supposed to tell people, hey, you're defaming me, cease and desist, stop it. And that is usually the first part of a defamation situation, because people might not know they're defaming you. And if they're not informed ahead of time, then how would they know? And that is not a complete defense, but
it's for actual malice. Yes. Yeah, to prove the actual malice. You're right, 100%. And so you want to tell people, hey, this is the reason why it's wrong. So you send a letter, say these are all wrong. And then what I would do is I'll come with the letter and say, okay, he sent me this letter. This is what he said is wrong. Let's now verify if he's saying it's right. Now, again, he could shut a lot of us up, right? By just showing the transcripts, the official transcripts from the school. But I don't think he can do that, because some of the schools are actually even closed.
College registered with the French Ministry of Education. That's the government again.
Now, remember what it said. It said just because it's registered doesn't mean, and we just read how France doesn't recognize this school to give out the type of degrees Richie's saying he's gotten. So let's see the lie.
Approved by Bureau de Certification International and Qualipo. Those are mandatory quality standard accreditations created by the new public institution, French competencies, to harmonize the practice of quality of training in France. Basically, You can't get loan money or government money without those additional accreditation and credentialing
I should
acknowledgments.
call that number.
Call
from the
it. See if there's
PGS.
an answering service.
This is the official note.
All right.
PGS is a private higher education institution operating under French Code Decree of January 5th, 1876, articles, etc. PGS's academic partners include Accordi College de Languages, the University of Liberia, the Global Counterterrorism Institute, and the SMS Higher Education Group. PGS is a member in good standing with ACUNS, the Academic Council
He
on
skipped
the United
over
Nations
interesting part.
system. Somebody noted
Since June 25th, 2013. So it looks like it just barely got propped up
Yeah.
right about that point.
To offer education awards called PSG academic. But the thing is that remember, they're not saying they can't offer awards. They're saying they can't offer the type of degrees he's saying he has.
Mhm.
And that's the distinction, right? That's the rub here. He's saying that the state's saying you could offer like these minor degrees, but you can't offer graduate level and PhDs. That's only if the French government says you can do this. And guess what? There's nothing that I've seen says Paris Graduate School can actually do that. It seems to be that the Paris Graduate School can only thing they can do is say, hey, you went here. It's not recognized by any place. But let's look.
Here's you know what, this might be a good analogy, Nate, or a good example. I don't know if you know, I used to teach at the University of Arizona Extended University. Now, my paycheck said University of Arizona. I taught on the campus. I physically was on the campus. I was teaching there. I was teaching things like Cisco, Novell, Microsoft, PHP programming, Perl programming, on and on and on. Not a single class I taught gave a degree. It did not give even any credits towards a degree and or anything of that sort. I was teaching skills in a professional basis that people could take that knowledge and go take a test for a certification, but none of this was actually degree oriented. So the Paris Graduate School could be a similar type of quote program where people could be teaching whatever it is, but it's not actually, again, accredited or useful towards a bachelor's or any other degree.
And let's not forget, Paris Graduate School is pretty much a known degree mill, right?
Yes.
It's pretty much a known degree mill. But again, let's let him. They took this video down for a reason. I don't know if this is it, but I just want to make it very clear. It does not seem this school is legit at all. And everything I've seen says this school is not legit. Everything I've seen. It's office from, and again, so just so people can understand how deep we went, right? I then asked now the AI another question. I need proof what you're saying is not lying, that all of this is just like Paris Graduate School. They're saying it's not legit. I said, I need proof you're not lying. So it says, I understand you need to see this for yourself. You are putting your reputation on the line. You cannot rely on the word of a chatbot. Here's a direct clickable evidence that proves Graduate is not a legitimate university. You can click these links right now to verify specific claims made and address and accreditation. 1, the campus is a virtual office rental. So when he says he went there, it's a virtual, and then they give the link. Here it is. Here's the link to virtual offices. So the office they use is a virtual office. So, and they give you that. So it's that's one, right? Because we're asking to prove it. And what you'll see is they actually offer 49 euros a month. it's a mail-in drop-off service.
Oh, 2, they admit it.
True. Yes, true. Their accreditation is fake. The claim I stated they are accredited in California, right? California registry, not the French government. The proof, Paris Graduate School's own website admits that. He says it's from Paris, but let's go to their website then, since they admit it. So let's go to Paris Graduate School's accreditation website. Here it is. Where are they accredited? Code of Education, blah, 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 which is Institute of French Code, blah, blah, blah. So this is all the stuff he said. Here it is. Knowledge, blah, blah, blah. where are they accredited? Post-Paris grad is accredited by California University FCE. So, if this is true, we know that in France, you have to be accredited by the French government to give the degree. This Paris school is not accredited by the French government.
And what is California University FCE?
It's a known degree mill bank where those places that give out degrees for pay, they use that as accreditation to show, so it's like a fake accreditation scam. Like, oh, it's accredited. So
think of the levels here. It's almost like an underwriter of sorts. So you have people paying for a fake diploma, and this is a fake accreditation for the fake diploma givers. It sounds like. I mean, the meta levels are crazy.
It's insane. It's insane. So I just want to let people know, this school is obviously it's not legit. It's just not legit. And they even say, like, Richie's telling you they're accredited through France, right? They're accredited through France, but they even say they're not accredited through France. They're accredited through California. And we now know, if we just go for the logical, just based off the logic, France says you got to be accredited by us to give these PhDs. Richie says, I have a PhD from this school from France. So for that to be true, they have to be accredited in France. They are not. They're accredited through California. But do with it what you will.
That Morgan State University doesn't have a PhD in physics. It just goes up to a master's. That is correct. That's why they partnered. That's why the department partnered with an institution that does have a PhD program. And it was a great partnership. The PhD program at Paris Graduate School is called PhD by Research, which most models international have that as their category.
He's trying a lot. Remember when he says this, the address is fake. It's a rental office. The accreditor is fake, California shell company, not French government. And the government status is unrecognized. It does not appear on the ministry's doctoral list. So that's what he's trying to sell you guys. Do your own research.
Modality. PhD by research. Okay. Important note. France's higher education system features over 3,500 public and private institutions, with private ones comprising a significant portion, enrolling about 20% of students in specialized programs. Unlike public universities, which receive automatic state recognition, private institutions operate under a non-compulsory accreditation framework, meaning formal state accreditation is not mandatory, but regulation ensures quality.
Can I point out again, Nate?
Go ahead, point it out.
This is 100% true what he said, except he didn't say the school he's talking about actually falls under it. He just stated this is the policy and this is what's true. But he didn't tie it to his school. It's a sleight of hand here.
It's a word salad. This is a word salad, right? This is to confuse everybody. But the fact that the people watching this video aren't confused is because you see the address, the accreditor's fake, and it's not like we've shown it, right? So he just continues to bury himself. And I see why they took down this video, because all they had to do is just research Paris Graduate School, and you'll see the same thing we saw. Google it yourself, people. Don't trust us. Don't trust us. Do your own research.
They are governed by the Ministry of Higher Education and Research.
Now, this is where, again, like he makes that distinction between being able to operate and being able to grant degrees. He's purposefully trying to mix it up for you.
They require registration as a private higher education establishment. Quality is assured through bodies like the High Council for Evaluation of Research and Higher Education, which conducts periodic external evaluations, etc. This is really confusing if you don't know the French educational system. The French educational system is non-compulsory. That simply means there's no such thing as an unaccredited college in France. They don't allow it. So either you are a government college, a state college, and if you're a private college, which 20% of those institutions are, you are then state approved or government approved. It's a little bit of a difference, but you do not exist outside of the accreditation framework that exists for you to exist.
I'm going to make it to Nature Rock. Page 2, Canadian diploma says 2025 instead of 2023.
Wow.
Like he claims. Don't pause video for me.
Too late.
Matter of fact, let's check that. Let me check that just to make sure, because I don't want to just leave that hanging out there that it's not true. Let me just make sure. So he did put that document up, right? Let's make sure we can put that document up. 2025 instead of 2023. I might have missed
Cambodia. You got to go way back.
There so this is it, right? So now we're gonna zoom in to this. Let's zoom in and let's look. So he says Cambodia.
Page 2 is 2025. Wow. Now, what does it say on the left? It'd be funny if he has both years on there. Because there has been other documents where you have like different countries for signatures or seals. And
this is 2025. It's also 2025. Well, this says end of it 2025. This says 25, neuroscience. So,
all right. So maybe he said out loud 2023, but it's really 2025. But he gets confused on names too. And he has so many degrees, Nate. You know, it's hard to keep track of everything.
Oh yeah. Let me move forward to where we're at. All right, here we go.
Accreditation framework that exists for you to exist. It's non-compulsory. Okay, it gets into that a little more. My doctoral research committee chair for this program, Willie S. Rockwood, holds a PhD in physics at Georgia from the Georgia.
Remember, we just saw that and saw what that meant. It essentially means nothing. He's just using that to try to continue to confuse people. Well, we just read that. So
right, Willie does have the degrees. Good for him. I mean, he's a legit guy.
Doctoral thesis: quantum engineering of nanocrystal infused superlattice metamaterial with botanical chlorophyll additives, demonstrating repeatable plasma streamer and electromagnetic field control via quantum memory, experimental validation, and theoretical framework. I have a video along with the dissertation.
But remember, this is from a school. It's not accredited. Can't give out these degrees.
Well, that might be his friend's degree. I'm confused.
This is from the Paris Graduate School, PhD in physics. So that's what he's saying.
And live demonstration that we do at colleges. Okay. Once again, forgive me. I'm trying to talk fast and get through this.
Yes, talk fast.
NACIS has to evaluate the PhD anyway.
Yes, they do.
So here's your NACIS report of my PhD in quantum physics. Put it up full mass. It's in black and white.
Mind you, if this is true, NACIS, it shows you NACIS got an issue because they're saying that his degree is good from an unaccredited school that the French government says can't even give out this degree. It's unrecognized and it's operating out of a rental office.
Maybe we need to contact NACIS.
It seems like, again,
it says that the credentialed PhD in quantum physics is from a French school that is regionally accredited based on the evaluation, and it certifies that I am eligible for employment anywhere that the expertise of a quantum physicist is required. You can freeze that. You can look at it, go up and down.
Do you think we believe this?
Information there.
Too bad the school doesn't even able to give you that. All right, so now we're getting to law school.
Doctor of Jurisprudence. Yes. Doctor of Jurisprudence, Université de la Renaissance in Port-au-Prince. Faculty de Droit, Legal Sciences Program.
Now, before we get deep into this, Université de la Renaissance, right? And the license in Droit that he said that he's claiming to have, I want to show you what the French government says about this particular university, URI, right? I'm going to say, now, I got to put myself on screen for this. So in Haiti, because of the whole shit that's going on in Haiti, the fall of the government or whatever, the government there that's there only recognizes 4 schools to give you advanced degrees, like a JD or an LLM. That's it. There's only 4 schools. And people were coming and giving degrees, these advanced degrees from this school. So they came out and gave a statement about this particular school that Richey claims that he's got his advanced degree, his doctoral from. Here is what they say. Let me put this up on the screen. Put it up. I'm putting up full mask. So putting up full mask. Here we go. So this is the ministry, Haitian newsflash. This is from Haiti. So it's, but this is also in the links. Haiti newsflash. The ministry does not recognize blah 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 university doctorates and threatens, right? So the school we're talking about is the Renaissance University. So where's it at? So here it is. Doctoral training at the highest level training, national higher system. It's provided rigorous, blah, 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 regulated. Now it says, take into account legal requirements. Ministry denounces this graduation student does not recognize a diploma or company grade. It also says, where's it at? I'm trying to find the where it has the 4 schools that it recognizes. Do I have it here? It's the wrong page. Let me see. Take into account, denounces, levels. Yes, the article 1 is 6, evaluate and monitor. I think it's the wrong, does not recognize diploma from a graduate school. I think I have the wrong page. Let me find it. Sorry, I think this is the wrong, does not recognize. Oh, this is the wrong one. I got to find the one that I was looking for. I have the wrong link, but I do have the other link. I just got to go click it. So the link to the Haitian school, sorry. So what I'm about to pull up is that in Haiti, the military has come out and said we only give it to 4 schools, and this is not one of the 4 schools. So I want to make sure I pull up the right one. This is it. Sorry. Is this the one? Yes. This is it. Sorry, pulled up the wrong one. But this is it. This is from the same source, the same Haitian source. And this talks about the University de la Resistance Haiti, right? So that's now I want to go back here to show you that's the school we're talking about. The University de Resistance in
Renaissance,
Haiti.
And he has 2 Renaissances, so it gets confusing.
Yes, but this is the one we're talking about. So I'm zoom in here. So this is the one we're talking about, right? So this says, right, regarding an institution called University of Renaissance, blah, 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 blah. The minister informs the Haitian government has never been informed of the existence of a private Haitian university operating in Cameroon under the UR, blah, blah, blah. Further, he emphasizes that in Haiti, only 4 universities have doctoral schools that are legally authorized to offer postgraduate programs leading to a doctoral degree. And it lists those 4 schools. University of Haiti, this UNIQ, Institute of Technology and Science, and this last one for executive training. The URH is only authorized to offer undergraduate degrees, such as bachelor's degrees. It cannot offer doctorate degrees. So in Haiti, they say this school that he said he got a doctorate degree from can't offer it because it's not one of the only 4 schools that have the ability to offer those programs. What do you think?
I mean, it's obvious, but we got somebody representing Rashad in the chat, a Mr. 67X.
All right.
2 S's. Quote, let me see. These 2 men are clowns in their mother's basements, speaking and tearing down other people. No,
Richie, is that you? Is that Richie? Richie, what's up?
I wonder. Well, I don't know. Some of the grammar earlier is questionable, but it looks like there's more here.
Oh, the voice is published. Well, I actually have. So there are now other people who are actually writing articles on this, and I think this is going to get bad because I'm even getting contacted by people. I just got my degree from whoever you. I was hoping Rashad would speak at my ceremony. But so with this, we know that this school can't offer doctoral degrees the way Richie is claiming that they do. And matter of fact, I want to go back to here too, because it even has a picture of the school to make sure we know this is the school, University de la Renaissance. This is the school. So we're clear. Only 4 can offer doctoral degrees. This is not one of them. And Richie's claiming he has a doctoral degree from this school.
Richie completed his Doctor of Jurisprudence JD, his academic credential is a license in droit. I will explain what that means in a moment. Holders of this degree are eligible to practice law in the country of origin. Before I dismantle the argument that said I don't,
Dismantle.
qualifying law degree,
I'm here for it.
eligible for the bar. I just want you to remember, a person who did their research on me and got all of this information wrong, they're likely going to get a whole lot of other things wrong. Okay. And I can't play whack-a-mole. I can't just go after everything that they're saying, but I can hit the important parts.
Well, he needs to hit ChatGPT.
University of Renaissance is a private university officially recognized by the Ministry of Education, National et de la Formation Professionals. That's the government of Haiti. Once again, government accredited. It was founded in 1991. Haiti's legal system is based on French civil law, and the UR degree is a nationally recognized qualification in a civil law tradition. While it qualifies graduates to complete the internship and bar registration process in Haiti, foreign jurisdictions, like America, were treated as a foreign law degree. U.S. jurisdictions allowing foreign-trained lawyers and students, including graduates from the University de la Renaissance, to sit for the bar exam. Quote, graduates with a license in droit, which is what I have, from University of Renaissance, a civil law 4-year bachelor's level degree program. Mine was a JD program because of the credits I transferred in from my previous law school.
Now, I want to show you something. Someone else who's a fan of Richey wrote an article calling out this lie. Now this is Dr. Bowie and she wrote this article on Medium, Credential Crisis, How One Man's Alleged Deception Undermines Black Excellence. And she actually goes through it and says this, what Richey's saying now is probably the biggest lie that he's telling. And she goes through it. She says, perhaps the most egregious is Richey's claim to hold a Juris Doctor. The professional law degree. Now, I always call it Juris Doctor, but I'm saying Juris for those of long-term fans because I just don't want to confuse people. I call it Juris Doctorates, but I'm going to call it Juris Doctorate.
And you say Jurius and fun, kind of like people say Target instead of Target, right?
Yes. And just like Wadair versus Vadair versus,
Oh, no, they mean it. That's just a regional thing.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying it for fun. But it's a Juris Doctor. It's simple to say. So the professional law degree required to practice law. Now, this claim reveals either a stunning ignorance. Now, this is a Richey fan, or deliberate deception. And the reason why this person understands the legal system, right? On how legal education actually works. Richey claims a JD from the University de la Renaissance in Haiti. There's a fundamental problem. Haiti operates under the civil law system, not the common law system, because there are two separate bodies of law. Now, for instance, it's like if I'm in England and I say I play football, that's different than if I'm in America and I say I play football.
True.
They're both games, right? We can both play them, but they're two very separate, different things. So just because I play football in England,
good analogy,
right, that may be a different type of football here in the United States. That's how the legal systems work. Just because it's a legal system, it's laws in France and in Haiti are different in the way they're executed than here in the United States. And she's going to go into that. Richey claims his JDs from the fundamental problem. Haiti operates under the civil law system, not the common law system. According to legal experts, the distinction is critical, as detailed in New York Law School, right? Digital comments at New York School of Law. Civil law countries, which include most of Europe and Latin America, which former French colony like Haiti, teach as an undergraduate degree called a license in droit, which he says he has. Now, this is fundamentally different than a JD, a Juris Doctor, which is a professional graduate degree in system of the United States. Then she goes on to show the distinction isn't semantic, it's structural. Common law systems use the United States to rely on judicial precedent. So she goes through it all. And at the end, she says, Richey cannot legally practice law in Georgia or any other U.S. state based on the credentials he claims to possess. Yet he operated a law firm and continues to present himself with legal credentials. This is his fan. This is somebody who likes Richey. This is somebody who did the work and did the research, and she's calling him out. She's calling out this lie that he's saying now. So I want you to understand this. And Richie has changed this lie. Now,
Can you drop this link in the chat, though, Nate, for everybody to be able to research on their own?
Sure. Here's the link right here in the chat. This is Medium. Now, I am going to show you. Now, Richie has a friend who essentially, it looks like he had her do like an article and this YouTube video. But remember,
is accredited.
Remember, what degree did he say he had?
I can't keep up.
This degree he says he has is what's called a licensed android, right? Licensed android.
Okay, that's right.
Now, the licensed android is one thing, but now when he was challenged on it, and the reason why is because you can't get a JD. It is not equivalent to a licensed android. It's impossible. Now, he didn't know that.
One's undergrad, the other's
is a postgraduate.
Yeah.
But he didn't understand that. He didn't know that before. That's why in the other article say he just doesn't understand. It's a systematic, either he's incompetent or, he just doesn't know.
Well, I'll shorten it. Stupid or liar.
Yes. So now understanding that, he needs what's known as either an LLM or a doctorate in droid. So she presents this on his behalf. She presents these documents on his behalf. Now, this is supposedly from the University de la Renaissance from Haiti to Rashad Richey, right? Diploma, doctorate in droid. Option for jurisprudence, Juris Doctor. Now, Juris Doctor. All right, cool. So what I want you guys to see is, number one, how this document is likely fake. And the reason why this document is likely fake, you got a hyperlink here. This is supposed to be the degree. And on top of that, it's in French, but the parts that you need to know for you guys, to fool you guys, is here in, let me remove him for a second, is here in English. Option for jurisprudence, which is not true. Now, remember, he only said he had a license. Now they're pulling up, all of a sudden, it turned into a doctorate. So we went from having just a license to now a doctorate. And then he pulls out another degree. This is another degree he says he has. So Richie says, okay, I not only have a license in droid, I have from the same school. Here's a doctorate. Let me move forward a little bit and stop this. Now we're talking about a license in droid. So now when you look at this, I want to give people 5 seconds. I'll give you a little bit more time. Tell me, in this document, what's the first red flag that you know this document is fake? How do you know this document? He's saying this is his degree, right? I hereby confer upon the faculty. He's got an LLM. It's in English. Remember, the other one had French and English. This one has French and it has a hyperlink, whatever. How do you know this document is fake? I'll give you guys 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to ask you guys a question. When did he get this? Where's the date at? Where's the seal? So he went from having an undergraduate degree to now presenting 2 documents saying that not only does he have the master's degree, which they don't offer, the school doesn't offer, he has a doctorate degree, which the school doesn't offer. And we know for a fact that school doesn't offer the doctorate degrees. Why? Because the French ministry told us only 4 schools offer doctorate degrees, and this school isn't one of them. That's how we know. So this, again, I don't know why they put this stuff out, but it has no date. It has nothing. It's mixed languages because a school in France who only teaches French people wouldn't be having their degrees in English. And again, Master of Law, which they don't offer. We know because the government there says they don't offer it. Here we go. I apologize immensely for starting that you didn't cite the other creators which called out Richie. Great work. Oh, no problem. Yes, it's Cam. I've cited them. Great. Here's Eric back. So yes. So just to be clear, he's claiming to have now degrees from that school which they can't even grant. So that's what he's saying now. So let's go back. Now it's important because this is the reason why I think he had to take down, one of the reasons he had to take down this video, because he didn't know all this. And that's what got him all tripped up now.
Like an LLM from an ABM accredited law school or equivalent U.S. coursework. Case by case credential evaluation by a NACES member evaluation agency or other approved evaluation options and other requirements all require passing the bar, et cetera, et cetera. Let me briefly note, in other countries, if you get a bachelor's of law, you can practice law. You take the bar, you practice law. In America, we have law schools. It's a little bit different. What really counts are the credits. So when I transferred my existing law school credits. So my degree actually says Doctor of Jurisprudence.
From where?
But we know this is an absolute lie, right? Because remember the analogy I gave you earlier? If I say I'm a footballer in London, I can have all those skills, but then I come over to the United States and I say, hey, I play football, and they'll say soccer. And he says, no, football. And they put you on a football field. You don't know what's going on, right? The rules are different. Why is everybody wearing all this equipment? That's essentially the trick he's trying to pull.
Well, no, he just said that it said juris. I swear, back it up a little bit. I swear he said my degree says Juris Doctor.
That, and yes, that's what he's saying. So here
it's a little bit different. What really counts are the credits. So when I transferred my existing law school credits. So my degree actually says Doctor of Jurisprudence or Juris Doctorate.
Where's that? Where is it? Where's that degree? I want to see that degree that says Juris Doctor. Where is that?
I'm going to show you to you right now. This is, remember his friend who did the paper? This is it. This is it. This fake diploma. Because, and again, it has the wrong degree. Remember he said licensed in Detroit? This is a doctorate in Detroit. You know what? It may be good to show the audience because you know, guys. Sometimes this is very, very highly.
It's in the weeds, but it's important.
So I'll show it to you this way.
Like, imagine if you hired him as your attorney.
You'd be screwed. You'd be screwed. So I'm going to show.
Actually, no, it'd be good because if you lost, you'd have another bite at the apple.
Yeah. So here, for a license in Detroit is the undergraduate degree in the civil law system. Juris Doctor is a professional degree. He told everybody he has the license in Detroit, right? That's what he said. Now he says he has the master's and the doctorate, which the school can't even give you because Haiti says it can't. So he's totally lying here. It's a total lie. It's a total lie. And the school doesn't offer an LLM, and there is no equivalent to a JD in the civil law system. So he's making it up and trying to fool you. Now, I understand why he's doing it, but Richey is not a lawyer. He is lying out through his teeth. Go ahead. What you were going to say?
No, I'm just go for it.
It's insane. It's insane. Let's go back. Here you go.
Very simple. You got to have 80 credits to graduate law school. I got 86, average of 80, but I was 6 points over. Where applicable.
Wait a minute, did he stay at the Holiday Inn?
Or state bars require or accept course-by-course credential evaluations from a NACES, National Association of Credential Evaluation Services member agency to assess foreign educational equivalency. NACES membership ensures standardized, reliable evaluations that applicants must arrange for the agency to send reports directly to the bar examiners. You're not involved in the process. States that explicitly require or accept NACES evaluations or prioritize first below. Eligibility is individual and determined by the state bar of examiners. All right.
He just did it again. He does it every damn time. He reads a policy that is a legit policy that an organization or accreditation or whatever it is has, but he doesn't apply it to his own shit. It's like he's reading concurrent things like, oh, I have this stuff. Oh, and by the way, this is the way this organization does it. Okay, but it doesn't apply to what you just showed. You're just reading. It's just noise. And how far are we? How long is this?
We're almost done.
Oh, good.
Put it up full mass. These are just some of the states that require the NACES evaluation report. Tennessee, Tennessee Superior Court, Rule 7, subsection 7.01. Requirements for URH graduates, University of Renaissance. Comprehensive course-by-course evaluation required from a NACES member agency, including equivalency determination, transcript, authentication report sent
Now, remember, I just want everybody to understand. Remember what his friend said, the person who was begrudgingly calling him out.
Mhm.
They did the evaluation, and they went to the New York Board of Law Examiners, and they claim Richey cannot legally practice law in Georgia, which he lives, or any other U.S. state based on the credentials he claims to possess. Yet he operates. So he's being called out. This is a liberal calling him out and saying this. He's a diploma mills. This is a liberal call, and they go through the analysis. I put the link in the description. He's lying, and they're calling him out for the lie. Everything that he's saying, he's lying and trying to deceive you. It's clear as day, if you know. But he's hoping that the audience is so ignorant that they don't understand why it's a lie.
Directly to the board. Let's go to Ohio. Rule bar R1, section 2. C, requirements for University Renaissance graduates. In addition to state specific bar requirements, a course by course evaluation is required from an approved NACES member.
So just to be clear, he's telling us that the state of Ohio is going to take a degree from a school that doesn't issue those type of degrees and allow him to take the bar exam.
I don't think that he's even telling you that. He's just saying Ohio has a policy.
Yeah, but
he's not saying it applies to his.
That's the implication.
Right. But he's actually not drawing that line over.
So yeah, let's you know what, you're right. Let's see what he's trying to say.
Membership organization. Please put up my course by course evaluation from the NACES member organization.
So
it says course by course evaluation of international credentials.
Mm-hmm.
Applicant.
Can you
Rashad Richey, May 24th birthday.
Oops. Yeah, because he likes to put them up so we can't see them, but I'll zoom in.
Yeah, details are tough.
Purpose of evaluation, professional licensure. Summary. It is the judgment of A to Z, which is the NACES member, that Mr. Rashad Richey's educational credential from Haiti is equivalent to the degree of Doctor of Jurisprudence awarded by a regionally accredited institution of higher education in the United States.
But now if you look, let's look carefully, it says credential, diploma, doctorate in joint. But he doesn't, but that's not what he said he had.
He said Juris Doctor. I swear I heard him say Juris Doctor.
But look at credential.
Oh no, I say Doctor of Jurisprudence. What the hell is that?
But option with Juris Doctor. But look at where's his country, Haiti, and write the credential 101 credential, diploma de doctorate in joint. But remember earlier in this video, he says I have a license in joint. And what's the difference? Mm-hmm. License in joint is the undergraduate degree. This is a postgraduate degree. So even in this video, he doesn't know what degree he has. He's saying I have this degree. He just told us he had a whole other degree. And now he's showing us this, which says he had. So in other words, he's like, I'll analogize it to the U.S. system.
Have we contacted that school, by the way? I'd love to.
I've been trying to contact them. But I want to say this.
Yeah.
The analogy here would be, I have a pre-law degree as a bachelor's, and my major was pre-law. And now you come up here and it says, well, I actually have I'm a doctor of the law. Not even a JD. I have a doctorate in law, PhD in law. That's what he's saying. And remember, the school, whoever this NACES place are, they must just don't understand this, because the Haitian government said the school where he's got this degree can't even offer it. So that's
why I want to talk to them. I definitely would want to talk to them. As a matter of fact, have you looked them up on ChatGPT? Is this because there's a lot of little edge things, and you have to kind of look up every detail, because he's trying to, flood the zone, if you will, with more and more and more policies and regulations and statements that are completely irrelevant, but they sound great.
It sounds great. But that's why you just look at the details. And remember, and he says, December 7th, 2023. And remember, in the 2023, that's when he got the other 5 degrees and all that stuff. So it's insane.
And then it goes on to give you the details of that course by course evaluation, meaning they looked at every single class I ever took for law in my life. Next, UR legal education program. Some people say they don't have a law school. They do. Through its legal sciences department, which is on their website, qualifies graduates for the practice of law and has a cooperative agreement with the Faculty of Law at the University of Montreal which is ranked the best Francophone law school in the world. I hope that settles that.
It does.
I'm sure I'd love to hear
Yes,
what Viva
I got
Fry
mine.
has to say about that.
Postdoctoral
Oh yeah,
education.
Azteca. You can actually buy degrees from Azteca. I think it costs like $2,000 or something like that. So it's like $750 and then $2,000. So yeah, you can actually buy the degree. I'm thinking about doing a GoFundMe and just trying to buy a whole bunch of these degrees.
I don't have any
offer it.
degrees, guys. You want to fill up my qualifications?
After
Yeah,
that, in
maybe.
immigration law. Azteca University. Richie completed his postdoctoral academic program at Azteca University with a research concentration in immigration law and world economies. The university was founded in 1984. Is a private brick-and-mortar university in Mexico with satellite campuses in multiple countries. Accreditation. AU has multiple institutional and programmatic accreditations, including the Mexico Ministry of Education. That's the government. I don't care about the other ones. It's accredited. Let's move on.
Why don't you care about the other one?
Because it talks about the quality. He says, I don't want the government. So what he's saying, as long as it's just recognized to operate, he doesn't care the quality of the education. You know why? Because if I pay for it, I don't care the quality of the education. There's no education here. Just pay me. Pay me my money. So that's why he doesn't care. He doesn't give a damn about any accreditation. Doesn't give a damn about it, right? And obviously, this doesn't make him eligible to take the bar, but let him continue to lie.
Published research. Richie's doctoral committee was supervised by Dr. Ricardo Saavedra and co-supervised by Dr. Marimala.
Let me move forward to Azteca. He does Azteca, but Azteca
University of Pacific.
Well, Azteca, I'm just going to buy this. I'm going to essentially buy one, and we'll see what goes on.
This was a direct contradiction, they said.
So now I don't want to hide the ball. This is where Richie is going to present a fake document that I'm going to show you right now on screen. It's fake.
Richie completed. The investigative report says Richie completed a 1-year 40-credit Master of Science in Neuroscience program.
1 year, 40 credits. Hold on. Everybody pay attention. 1 year, 40 credits. Now, I think 12 to 15 credits is considered aggressive.
Yes.
20
credits. 20 credits a semester.
That's very aggressive. 20 in a semester is extremely aggressive.
And mind you, remember, he's also completing 4 other advanced degrees at this time too.
Mm-hmm.
Also known as the University of Pacific Unit through their international student program for English-speaking students. Karen Chang is listed as the university's international relations officer. And this was true all when I was going there, which was a few years ago.
So he was going there.
Units listed faculty, and they provide the faculty. I did this the last time. Guy comes on and says, oh, no. These people don't exist. Put it up, Jordan.
Here we go.
False statements about unit professors and Rich's graduate program matriculation were broadcast via commentary by digital content developers asserting that Richie went to the University del Pacifico in Peru.
Yeah, because people didn't know it was University del Pacifico in Peru versus this other one, UNIP, but he says, see figure F, UNIP letter of enrollment, right? So we're going to go here because he's going to show us his letter of enrollment. He's not going to show us his transcript, his letter of enrollment.
Okay.
But they're 2 very different institutions. They look very different, and they have very different countries of origin. You can put up my enrollment letter, student name.
So I'm going to zoom into this because this document is fake. It just is. So we're going to zoom into this document as he describes it to us. So we're going to zoom in to let him explain it to us. So remember, UNIP, University del Pacifico. You see it at top, admission letter.
Student number, nationality, USA. So in the enrollment letter, this is when I put in all of my application requirements and transcripts.
That was his long pause.
Dear Richie, we are pleased to inform you that you have been accepted into the master's program in neuroscience for UNIP. That starts on the 1st of February, 2022 and finishes on the 24th of February, 2023 to further your studies. After reviewing your application and the supporting documents, we have determined that you are a qualified student, blah, blah, blah. All right. So that came in 2022.
Now, pause.
Let's have some fun because Everybody's had fun with this.
Yes. So why is this letter fake? Well, Richey was too dumb to look at the seal before he put it up. And the seal for this document is from it's not from the University del Pacifico. It's from the San Jose University of Santa Ana. So I actually have it bigger so you guys can see it. Let me make sure I can pull it up. So I want you guys to see it full screen so we don't have any issues. So here we go. View. So I'm going to blow this up, and I'm going to show it to you here.
It's another country too, by the way, folks.
So here we go. University del Pacifico. And here is the stamp blown up. So I blew up the stamp. And it's from San Jose University, Santa Ana, Costa Rica.
San Juan, not Jose.
San Juan, sorry. That Juan? Oh, San Juan. All right. It looks like San Jose, but San Juan, it's not the University del Pacifico. So the document is fake. Now, see this guy, David Liang? David Liang, the president? Is he the president?
Oh, you're right. It is Jose. Sorry, my eyes are bad.
San Jose. But look at this guy, David Liang. Now, he is the king of degree mills. The king of degree mills.
Oh, really? He's a known guy?
He's a known guy.
Oh.
Let me pull up who this guy is and
this
why.
Is new.
And why we know he is the king of fake degrees. Let me pull this up real quick so we can see it. But yeah, so you guys will see this in real time. I'm going to pull it up to show you who this guy is because somebody else has done the work. His name is Johnny Walker Dredd. So here we go. Let me pull up the part in the video where I want you guys to see Richie's letter proves, blah, 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 blah. Oh, no, he hasn't published it yet. He hasn't published it yet.
All right, well, everybody go subscribe to his channel so you'll see it when he does.
Well, essentially, he said he shows that this guy's done this before. He's got a whole bunch of colleges, and he's running it out of Florida. So this guy is the king of fake degrees. So I just want to be very clear with what I'm saying here, so everybody understands. This letter is obviously fake. It has the wrong seal. This guy is a known degree mill guy, and it's from the wrong school. So if you believe this, we know for a fact, letter of admissions is fake. And I also want to say that why not give us the transcript if he did it, right? If you got it, or show us the degree, right? Why not?
I agree.
Has anyone asked Cenk, didn't go into the background check, doesn't TYT hire third-party companies to perform this service? Why didn't Cenk act sooner? No, he's still working for them because what they've done is I don't know if they don't believe they can find black people who have legit degrees, but this is what they do. It's time to in the time it took him to fake his credentials, work for TYT, and then defend the scam, he probably could have gotten legit masters instead he struck looking like a moron for all time. Yeah, he stuck looking like a moron for all time. You're right. And we need a copy of his high school diploma. Doubt. Has anyone asked why Cenk reread this one? Yeah. Well, maybe they did. And maybe they came to the same conclusion as all these other places were. But I don't think there's any doubt anymore that this isn't legitimate, right? I don't think there's any doubt. So everything he's saying about this letter is illegitimate based on the letter itself. It's fake.
And I finished that degree program, accreditation.
If you finish the degree program, where's the degree? Where's any of this stuff?
Of that university, the Master of Science degree is government approved and accredited by the National Council of Universities of Nicaragua.
So now he's going to finish this off with, it's quantum science. Another, my lawyers are going to be in touch with you. I'm totally legit, that type of thing. But I want to show you. So when you actually line all this stuff up, in 2023, This is 2023 for Dr. Richey, right? Master of Law. Well, first, let's go back because I have to go. In 2023, we're going to go through everything he's gotten in 2023. So instead of doing this, let me do 200 and shrink it. All right. So this is what he got in 2023. He's got certificate from Harvard Law School, certificate, not a degree. He's got a JD from the Haitian Renaissance University, right? We saw that. He also attended at the same time, maybe just a little earlier, Birmingham Law School. That's where he said he transferred the credits from. Then he's got a master's in law from Haitian Renaissance. Again, the school that can't even issue these types of degrees. Then in 2023, so we already have 2 degrees already, and we're not even finished. So now we had applied physics, 2023 from Costa Rica. I listed it here twice. He also has applied physics from Paris Graduate School. So we got France, Costa Rica, Haiti. We had 3. Then we got an MS in Cognitive Psychology, Asia Pacific School of Business, Singapore. Got that in 2023. And then the next year he has so that means he was working on this doctorate in law from Azteca University while he was working on those other 3 degrees. So we've got 6 degrees, advanced degrees, all within 1 year. Is that possible?
Obviously not. I'm going to share an article with you too, Nate, that we can go to.
Go ahead.
After or with this, it's on point. I just happened to see it.
Oh, sure, today.
It's in the private chat. It's by Bo Beth Yates. It's under Life. It's the Atlanta Voice magazine or online publication, whatever it is.
Okay.
It's saying here it is. Investigative report confirms Dr. Rashad Richey's degrees are accredited. YouTubers had no response. So would you say that this is a response to that article and any others?
Yes. Matter of fact,
Bo Beth, please help us out. Bo Beth.
Well, I'll show you. This is Bo Beth. And
here we go.
She did a video defending Richey.
Oh, I see.
So
hi, Bo Beth.
Here is her introduction to the defense of Richey. This is what she says. And again, this is where you have the obvious fake stuff up here. You see like the obvious fake degrees that he has up here.
Sure.
Like this one, she said that he gave this to her, but these are obviously fake. So here is her.
That's that bloggers and podcasts are having on traditional journalism. And to be honest, at first, I really didn't have an opinion on the matter. I kind of felt it was enough news for everyone to investigate. That view has since changed. I've seen a flood of podcast investigations that lack some basic journalism principles.
Like what?
Among them, a series of stories done on Dr. Rashad Richey and his degree status. For context, Dr. Richey is an Emmy-nominated broadcaster, political strategist, news analyst, business executive, and professor. And he holds an abnormal number of degrees.
Be fearless, report on matters, be an advocate. No matter what you do, don't allow the politics of ideology to evaporate the soul that still exists inside of you. They don't stop, I don't stop. People won't stop, I won't stop. People still need criminal justice systems reformed, so I won't stop. You won't stop either.
On the surface, when you watch these stories about Dr. Richey, they sound legit. And the bloggers and podcasters appear believable. Because let's be honest, who has 10 graduate degrees? But full disclosure, I actually know Dr. Richey. We worked together at the CBS station in Atlanta. While there, I distinctly remember the station working around his weekend law school schedule. He would leave early on Fridays to go to class. That inside information raised some red flags, and I decided to fact check some of these stories.
Now,
please do.
I
started with the institutions themselves to verify admissions. Then I contacted Dr. Richey to request an interview.
Strange.
I also reached out to those making the claims.
I never got reached out to. If I did, maybe I missed the email or something. Nobody ever reached out to me.
Well, Bo Beth, please reach out. Please reach out. Nate wants to talk to you.
12 advanced degrees Rashad Richey's claimed to hold over the last 20.
Now she's trying to attack Cam because Cam is a left winger, and it's worse if it comes from your own side, right? I'm an independent, so she's attacking Cam because he's a left winger and he's got more credibility in that.
Well, he's also been doing it longer.
Yeah, and he has a lot of credibility in that space. So I do want to be fair, and he's the one that pulled this out. Well,
right.
Johnny Walker Black pulled it out first. Cam pulled it out second, and then I'm built on their work. So by fake degree, you can get a degree without actually taking the classes. You can pay for it. This reminds me of a guy that was fired who was the head of the school board or something. Yeah, I actually am doing another standalone video, and I put that inside there. Richie Chatters must be actually watching because they stopped talking after the stamp. So entertaining. Yeah, they did stop talking after the stamp because it was clearly fake. So there's nothing more to say about that. Many students will be in my classes of every race, thinking paying in cash, getting an A. Richie and too many others think that's how it all works. Yes. Thank you, Hansis. So let's listen to her. Could you listen to her? This is a quick
5
video.
years or so. Almost all of them are from fake schools, diploma mills, or non-existent degree programs at real schools.
That claim is incorrect.
But we just saw that claim is correct. We saw that he has degrees from schools, and we looked at the website, right? We saw Cam is correct. He says that I have a degree in neuroscience. We looked at the school, they don't offer it. We looked at this one, they don't offer it. We looked literally at the Haitian school, they don't even offer JDs, LLMs, none of that stuff. And he still claims to have that degree from that school.
By the way, so, two masters saying almost all in quotes. Yes. Pay attention, rewind. I know it's tough, but if you go to the beginning of the video, we said he did get a legitimate bachelor's and potentially PhD degree in education at one school. I think Clark or something like that. So again, that would apply to almost all. That's one of our questions. Why lie when you actually have a decent degree? Why do you have to embellish everything else?
Yes.
First, Google Images and web searches are not an effective means of qualifying a degree. There are organizations whose sole purpose is to evaluate foreign degrees and determine their U.S. equivalency and accreditation status.
So this person wants us to believe that a fake school in a country and where everybody says it's fake, where they're selling the degrees, we can't come to the conclusion that it's not legit. So, like, for instance, when we
I want her to show her work.
I have all my college degrees in frames, even have my high school diploma somewhere in the garage. I can provide them if asked, but I've kept 0 acceptance letters I have ever received. I don't have any acceptance letters.
Yeah, why would anybody? Yeah, I mean,
well, if you don't,
you might for a while, but it'd probably get lost over time.
NACIS, the National Association of Credential Evaluation Services, is one of those organizations. And this is a NACIS member report for Dr. Richey's Juris Doctorate degree from Renaissance University in Haiti. It shows Richey transferred 78 credit hours from Atlanta's John Marshall Law School and Birmingham School of Law, and then completed 3 courses at RU for a total of 8 additional credit hours to obtain his degree. Those classes include a human rights course and another in international law, both 3 credit hours each. And Richey was in fact awarded his diploma in October.
But remember, why this is fake, it's got all this stuff, and Richey says he did. Richey doesn't say he has a doctorate in Droid. He said he had a license in Droid. So Richey's claim that this Richey says this is fake because he doesn't have this degree. He already told us he had a license in Droid. So unless all of a sudden he went up 3 levels to the doctor, it's like me saying I have an undergrad, I got a bachelor's, and then give you a piece of paper that says I have a PhD.
Somebody's asking you to show the date and seal on this one. Okay.
Oh, date and seal. Okay, sure.
2023.
Let's see the date and seal. So the seal is December 25th. Looks like 2023. So December 25th, 2023.
That's French. Okay, so the document that's being showed, this is not the NACIS document, by the way. This is the school's document, and I put school in scare quotes. So I feel like they're extrapolating the two together.
And even if you look at this, in this supposedly diploma, see, all of this is in French. The La Grâce, so this is in French. This is French. This is like the only little part that's really in English. Everything else is in French, right? But then watch what happens with the next document, right? The next document they show. If I can go back slowly. This is the doctor in Droit. I want to go to the The next one, this is the master's, right? And now you see, this is in English now. Before it was in French, right? That's in English. So this option, that's in English. This is Masters of Law. That's in English. And the other degree.
Hold on, can we put? Look at this. This is an official document. Why is option not capitalized?
That's true.
You don't see that shit on a formal document, dude. That should be a capital letter under option.
That's true.
And why would you have lowercase the graduation of? At least the would be capitalized. So this whole document's kind of sketch looking. Has hereby again, I've never seen headers all lowercase like this.
Well, listen, you could make this even more simpler than that. When did he get this? What's the date on this document?
Mm-hmm.
A school's going to give you this degree that has absolutely no date on it.
Yeah, this is, and by those who are saying, "Hey, it's another country," I'm like, they have capital letters too.
Oh, and
in French,
we can just go back. We can just go back to the other document. You see how everything's in French, but this just happens to be in English. But everything else is in French, right? Degree, all this writing, everything else is in French, right? French, except for this option, jurisprudence, Juris Doc, right? That's the only thing that's in English. Everything else is in French. But then we go forward to the next document. Now this is in English. This is in English. This is in English. Everything's in English. It's like only part in French is the title. Everything else down here is in English, and no date.
I would love to find a student at that school and look at theirs and do a comparison.
Yeah. So both of these can't be right, right? Both of these can't be right.
Is accredited. RU's website also states it has international partnerships with the Faculty of Law at the University of Montreal, which allows them to offer research opportunities and personalized curriculum, including the Juris Doctorate degree, where up to 78 U.S. credits can be transferred.
Now, it's interesting because even here, language, U.S. jurisprudence equivalency, but again, doctorate diploma in law. But he says specifically, and you know, I hate.
Can you look at this? Somebody pointed out even his name is presented differently. I didn't notice that. That's fascinating if true.
Hold on. I want to play the fact that he says he has a license in Detroit. So people understand he's saying this is incorrect. He's saying it's wrong because he is just so dumb. He didn't realize that he didn't he didn't understand the type of degrees that they offer. So here we go. I'm gonna go back to this.
Doctor of Jurisprudence. Yes. Doctor of Jurisprudence, Université de la Renaissance in Port-au-Prince. Faculty de Droit, Legal Sciences Program.
There it is, license in Droit.
Richey completed his Doctor of Jurisprudence, JD. His academic credential is a license in droit. I will explain what that means in a moment.
So he's not saying he has a doctorate in droit, but now his defender. But then after we did our video showing that license in droit, it's impossible to be a JD. It just is impossible. Now all of a sudden it's a doctorate in droit, which is more likely to allow you to have a JD.
A doctorate of education from Clark Atlanta University has been confirmed.
Now that one we think is confirmed.
We all say that's real, right? We all say that's real. This is the guy. So this is the guy from the department
recognized in the United States or by the Bar Association.
Well, this claim is misleading because the American Bar Association does not accredit or
recognized in the United States or by the Bar Association.
This claim is misleading.
Is that hers?
Because the American Bar Association does not accredit or
that's annoying
any postdoctoral or advanced law programs, only JD programs, and only in the U.S. And just like his previous degrees, I requested transcripts. This time I was sent a thesis assessment report, which states Dr. Richey did receive a Doctor of Law LLD degree for a thesis titled Immigration Solutions Contextualized to American Political Interests, Economic Market Manipulation, and Legal Rulings. Here are the professors on his examination board.
That's not a
the
transcript, by the
criteria
way.
they used to examine his thesis, and his final grade and seal, showing he was granted the degree of doctor in the subject matter. In this 2023 Meditech article I found on the web, Dr. Richey's then research supervisor was quoted as saying, "It was an honor having Dr. Richey as a student scholar. His doctoral research thesis received some of the highest marks possible from the doctoral committee supervisors."
You know what? It's so wild. Let me do this.
Run her transcript to ChatGPT. No.
You know what? Let's do it. Right? Let's run this. Let's run
Save
this.
some time.
Yeah. So I'm copying the full transcript from this. We're gonna, and I'm gonna use Gemini because I have the
okay.
The highest version
Pick
of
anyone
Gemini.
you want. I don't care.
Here's Gemini.
We got B. Mathias, who may be I don't know, a clone or whatever, going on and on. You can't tarnish Dr. Rashad. It's Dr. Richey. When we go with that, hard-earned reputation with mere hateful accusations. All I see here are people who are jealous and envious of Dr. Rashad's success. That one's like a copy and paste. It's been in there like over and over and over and over.
I'm asking you, tell me if these claims are correct, and if not, how are they wrong? And then I'm going to put that, and I'm hitting enter, and it's thinking. So let's.
Yeah, here it is. Yes, all I see. Oh, you added a yes, and then you paste it. Good job. Good job. You hate uppercase too, I see, B. Mathias.
So evaluating discrepancies.
And so you can see the prompt, by the way. That's exactly what he put in. Tell me if these claims are correct.
I misspelled correct, yes. And if they're not, Dr. Richey, and I put it in. So based on the analysis of the transcript of higher education standards, several claims in the video are misleading and factually incorrect regarding how legitimate academic degrees function. JD from Renaissance, the claim the video takes Richey transfer 78 credits from Atlanta, and completed 3 classes at the residency problem. Legitimate universities require a student to complete a significant portion of their credits in the institution granting the degree. So at least 30 to 50% granting degree. So Richey's 9% makes no sense. So I could just go to 1 credit and then say, give me a full degree. Mm-hmm. So that's what they're saying. That's the residency problem. ABA under the ABA. Stand blah, blah, blah.
Oh, and notice it says degree mill right in the top one, right there.
Yeah.
At a hallmark of a degree mill.
Of a degree mill. Here it is. The American Bar Association 505. Law schools are strictly limited on how many transfer credits they can accept. No legitimate U.S. law school would allow a student to transfer 78 credits and only take 3 classes to graduate. Admitting failure by stating his transfer credits from John Marshall and Brigham, the video inadvertently confirms he did not graduate from those legitimate law schools. NACE's member report. The video claims the NACE's member report validated by U.S. equivalent. Why this is misleading?
Oh, NACE's is not even an evaluator.
NACE's is not even an evaluator. It's a trade association. They do not evaluate degrees.
There's
members
the
of companies.
There we go. I've been waiting for that one. Okay, thank you.
Equivalency versus equivalent. The court might state that the degree is equivalent to a USJD in terms of years of study attempted, but does not mean the degree is accredited or valid for licensure. It's like we were saying before. So the Renaissance University is not recognized by the U.S. Department of Education. While it is registered in Haiti, the ability to grant JDs that allows U.S. bar admissions is virtually non-existent outside very specific non-accredited loopholes like California-specific rules, even though they are strict.
And also, it's not recognized by Haiti either.
Yeah, it's not recognized by Haiti either, which we just saw. PhD in physics from Paris Graduate School. Richey holds a PhD from Paris Graduate. The video cites a collaboration with Morgan State. This is likely false. Paris Graduate School, widely considered a diploma mill. It's not recognized by the recognized French university, accredited by French ministry, right? It's all fake. Morgan State connection, while Dr. blah, 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 a real physicist at Morgan State, legitimate U.S. public universities do not typically collaborate with unaccredited foreign online entities that grant PhDs. If Dr. Rockwood mentioned him, it is likely a personal capacity and not an institutional joint degree. Azteca University, the claim, Dr. Richey has an LLD from Azteca, violate the thesis of a report. Why is this deceptive? Accreditation void. Universidad is a private university in Mexico known for validation degrees, awarding degrees based on past experience, thesis-only tracks without any casework. In other words, here's what I've done. Write a paper, and we'll let you have this PhD. So again, not non-recognized. It is not accredited by an agency recognized by the U.S. Secretary of Education. The academic world, the doctorate from Azteca is generally not considered a valid academic credential for teaching at universities or for claiming an expert status in the scientific field. So it says everything she's saying is essentially bullshit.
All right. Well, you saved us a lot of time. So what's that, Bobeth, or what's her name again? It is Bobeth. Bobeth, there's a response. Go ahead. Come back.
Yes. Come back and let us know. Matter of fact, she interviews Richey about this. So we can watch. It's like a 5-minute interview, but here's her interview with Richey, who's going to tell us why it's real legit.
And that's exactly what I did.
Maybe I have more curiosity than the average person. The reality is it's not about the degrees. I've never shouted, I have a bunch of degrees.
Oh, no, you just list them everywhere like a laundry list, wherever you are.
Oh my God. She never tells everybody.
I've always engaged learning from the place of pure curiosity. Research has a hold of my attention, my consciousness. And there are things I want to learn while I'm here, but I'm also taking that knowledge to create opportunity for the people.
I requested the interview with Dr. Richey to address the false narrative. His degrees were fake, and he provided additional evidence to support his coursework. He even logged into school portals to show me his progress. We also discussed his passion for neurophysics and his research for his degree from ICC University of Technology in Southeast Asia.
Our favorite one?
He even demonstrated some of his experiments.
Oh, no, that's the Cambodia one. No, I was going to say, please show us the same one. Please show us the same fake
I felt I'd gathered enough evidence.
I think they can't show that one because we know it's all fake.
And you know your history, and you know the challenges you've had just to get these degrees. You know, a doctorate is not an easy feat.
Yeah. So I was a foster kid, and I went from home to home. I was raised on the streets of Atlanta, from Glenwood Road to what was Ashby Street. And gang affected, gang affiliated, juvenile detention back and forth, run-ins with law enforcement. And I remember when I had the audacity to apply for law school, I had to explain to the admissions committee every single run-in with law enforcement, including the juvenile record. And as I was searching for
I think all of this right here, this little biographical stuff may be absolutely true. And it's really sad because if he just went to like the Clark bit and his degree and everything, that would be an amazing success story.
It's an amazing story.
And you know, I would salute it completely. And I do salute all of that. But the idea of just going on and just lying and vomiting all this garbage is so frustrating. So this story he's telling right now is probably true. A foster kid going through hell and all. I don't know. It is a real tragedy, in my opinion.
Richey, you are a success. The bachelor's degree, the MBA, and the doctorate in education. That's a success story. You don't need to show us anything else, right? You are a success. You went from a felony to now being a doctor of education. And that's a success story. All the other degrees, we all know they're fake. We all know they're lies. Now, I think that it would be easy to say, hey, I inflated my resume. I messed up, but these are real. And then I don't think anybody else would say, all right, he messed up. You'll lose some people because they won't be able to trust you, but you'll gain more people by just coming out and saying, I had it rough. I needed to do this to get these jobs, but guess what? I did do this actual work. And, I'll praise you. I'll say what you've accomplished legitimately is great, is a success. But you going out here lying to people about these degrees, that's the problem. You're hurting the Black excellence. You're hurting the Black experience because the people who you call racist, who Richie calls racist, are going to use this as the instance of saying no Black people get real degrees. They're going to say Dr. Richie's being held up by TYT and he's a fake. So that means, they couldn't even find a Black man who actually did the work. Like, I went to school for all those years, all 4 years in undergrad. Then I did the 3 years in law school. That's 7, 8 years of schoolwork. And to just have him just pay for it, it makes us all, and he's supposed to be representing Black excellence, right? But he's not. You know what? It's sad because Dr. Richey, if he didn't inflate his degree, he would be a hero in any other context. But now he's turned himself into a fraud who has to sit on this couch and explain why he's got degrees from Cambodia, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, France, and Haiti, all in the same freaking year. And if anybody who's a Richie fan can explain how that's possible, you'll shut me up. But it's not possible, and he's a fraud. Let's just call it.
Hold on, B. Matthews is driving me crazy in the chat here. Show me a single proof or in this show shame. We just showed you we're at 2 hours and 26 minutes. So unless you're on the short bus, and then play it back slowly, the entire show has been proof after proof after proof after proof. And then next question, who are you to define a legitimate and fake degree? We are not. Every accreditation service in the world that is authenticated by the government and the other institutions are. And we are pointing out how these do not align. So you're really just making yourself look even sillier. And no, we're not going to bring you up and into the show.
Who is this guy?
B something or another. It repeats all the time. B. Matthews. Yeah, that one.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. You want me to bring you onto the show? Is that what he's saying?
Right. And how are we supposed to, contact and whatever else? It's like, yeah, good luck.
Bring you on. Well, listen, do your own research. I'm going to put the link to all the research in the description. And if you can show, hey, why this one's not fake, why this one's not fake. But you could actually buy the degree from Azteca for about $2,500.
Bring me up to destroy you guys with facts.
Yeah, sure. Oh, you could do your own video, but I remember you're some rando, so I don't know who you are, but maybe we'll talk. And if I know that you're a real person and that, then I can bring you on. But
contact Nate on X, and if you can show yourself to exist, then go for it.
Yeah, we be talking to a bot right now for all I know. Okay, so Richie now is going to do his thing, but now this is the last test before we get out of here because we've been having 2.5 hours. Here is Richie being introduced at a graduation. Tell me if you could determine which one of these degrees are real and which one of these degrees are fake.
Dr. Richey serves as a professor of physics at Paris Graduate School, as a visiting scholar at Clark Atlanta University, and a professor of business at Morris Brown College. Dr. Richey completed his Juris Doctor degree at Renaissance University.
False.
Dr. Richey also completed doctoral studies at Clark Atlanta University.
That's true.
In higher education policy reform, and earned a second PhD from the Business University of Costa Rica.
False.
And holds an MBA from Beulah Heights University.
True.
He finished his Master's of Science in
She can barely even say it.
Neuroscience from
False.
the University
She's even laughing.
of the Pacific, and a second Master of Science in Applied Physics and Quantum Mechanics, and
False.
a Master of Law in Humanitarian Rights, and is currently enrolled in
False.
PhD in Quantum Physics Research Program through the Innovate Knowledge Institute at Paris Graduate School. Dr. Richey was honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award from President Barack Obama.
Wow. Barack Obama.
Well, hold on, Nate. He never talks about the stuff. He doesn't, have it out there or anything, to what he gets introduced with all this bullshit fanfare. I still want to point out that Renaissance is a very ironic choice because he's trying to say he's a Renaissance man.
Oh, we haven't finished it. This is the last part, which is crucial.
In 2016, and is the youngest inductee into the National Black College Alumni Hall of Fame.
So he is the youngest inductee into the National Black College Hall of Fame, right? That's a disgrace for that institution.
Mm-hmm.
Because essentially you have someone with a whole shit ton of fake degrees and the black in this institution with this. And Barack Obama and his crew has to be highly embarrassed because obviously they didn't do their due diligence when they looked up his degrees. And this is all over the place. And as you can see, he's been telling everybody, it's unbelievable how bad it is. So let me see. Nate, he lives in the multiverse of madness.
That's his quantum degree.
That's his quantum degree. So, bro, what do you think? Final verdict. Now that was the deleted video. Final verdict. What do you think?
We've spent more time on this video than he has getting degrees.
It's a credit card. Just pay the credit card. He got it. Yeah, I think I want to see how TYT responds to all this because people like people should be emailing them like is this guy legitimate? Is this guy legitimate? There's now, even if you believe us or not, you can't tell me that based on a lot of those fields and the documents that are obviously fake, it's not at least questionable. So it is what it is.
Hold on. Stephanie Ricketts says that they sent us her first ever super chat and we missed it. Can you look for Stephanie and see if there's one there? Because we never intend to miss anything.
Yeah, there's some super chats. There's some super chats I'm going to go through right now. Sorry, I just saw this last one come up. So let me go back. So you said Stephanie? All right. So
Stephanie Ricketts, 1473.
Stephanie Ricketts. I don't see Stephanie. I'm just going to make sure. See, because there's some super chats I haven't read that I was going to read. I don't see Stephanie. That's not Stephanie. This is not Stephanie. No, Stephanie. Well, you know what? Just write, if you can, just write it again, and I'll read it from there. From where? If you just write it again, I'll read it from there. If you
and please know, if we ever do miss a super chat, it's not intentional. Sometimes.
Oh, here it is. Definitely, this is it. Is lying about having a degree an actual crime? Could you face charges for this? I don't. Well,
it could be if he fraudulently represents himself. So I think it depends on the circumstances with it. Like, let's say he went and acted as a lawyer for somebody, then we got a big problem because he's acting in a professional capacity for something he doesn't even have. Or I'm sorry, you can jump in, Nita. I'm sorry.
No, you're right. Saying I have a fake degree is not a crime. It's trying to get a job and defraud them with that fake degree. That's when it's a crime. Or trying to, earn extra money. Like, that's when people start getting in trouble. It's not having the fake stuff. It's trying to use it and tell other people that it's real. That's the intent to defraud. That's what you need. So you can have it as long as you're not intending to defraud people or to fool people to get any type of benefit. So I can lie to you and say I have these degrees all the time, but as soon as I lie, use it, and try to get some type of benefit from you, job, money, whatever, then we may have some criminal activity. Does that make sense?
100%.
Here it is. University of the People alumni here, fully accredited, WASC, and tuition free. Okay. Here is, I saw an article published by the Atlantic Voice saying investigation proved Richie's degrees are legit. Do you?
We just talked about that. So that must have been a while ago.
Yeah. Just got my degree from. We read these. Come on. Why would an American get a degree from Haiti? Yeah, I don't know.
Or Cambodia. It's Cambodia. How about the Khmer Rouge specialty?
This is Pepe Le Pew University. I apologize in the midst of misstating that you didn't cite the other creators. Which
we did get that one.
Thank you so much. I'm a doctor of bullshit. Yeah.
I have an advanced degree of bullshitting.
This degree mill version of flooding the zone. Yes, this
Bingo.
Is definitely that. Cheers, fellas. Thank you, Barack.
Drone Bama. I like that.
We took the fake credentials or we read this one already. Instead, he's struck as the look.
Well, he did get legit. That's a frustrating part.
Yeah, he did get legit degrees. We need a copy of the high school diploma. We read that one. Anyone asked Jake?
We've seen
that one. Fake degrees, actually taking any classes. We read this one too. Richie Chatters watching course stop. Taking after the stop. Oh yeah, we read this one.
Well, we have a dedicated one in there. I forgot the name, but I brought them up before.
The document ran through by translator. These are the new ones. So these are the ones we haven't gone through. I have college degrees in France. So we read this one. So now we're at the new ones. All right. So I want to make sure I got everybody. Thanks. Thank you. Nate and Eric, we read this one. How the F, yeah, we got this one too, right? How the F Richie applied and works guys make it working in a better place. So right now it's all on you. We've been here for 2.5 hours watching the deleted video from Rashad Richey and the company, and it seems like, but again, maybe TYT won't care, but I think that says a lot about them versus, because if you're for truth and honesty and trying to make sure, if someone comes up and is working for you and is telling people all these things, like I have these degrees, I have this, and for a fact that don't have that, I think that tells more about you than it does them. What say you, Eric, before we get out of here? I'll give you the last word.
I agree. Well, I'm going to use my last word because we wasted 2.5 hours on this guy. To pitch our show, Laid Back Law, dude. We have another channel. It's called Laid Back Law, and it's not only Nate and I talking, but other lawyers come in and they debate things like the shooting in Minneapolis. We spent a lot of time on that, hashing that out with the great Pisco, who was a hardcore lefty, beloved by Breaking Points and folks all around. He went in, we collided. I hope you guys consider checking it out. Again, it's free subscribe, but check it out. And B. Matthews, please sue. Stop talking, sue. Discovery's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, please. Lawsuit incoming against you. Yeah, please. Yes. I would just like, hey, this is fake, this is fake. And then, this discovery is going to be a hell of a time. If Uncivil Law is here, Uncivil Law, say hello, because they're saying they're going to sue and you're going to do the case. So matter of fact, Uncivil Law is going to do the case. So many people.
Oh, you've got lawyers fighting to take the suit. Yeah, come on.
They want to be part of the thing. Put a deep dive into Jessica Cobb's educational credentials on your to-do list. There's no way she passed the bar without cheating, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. I think she plays the ghetto chick more than she actually is. Yeah. Her history is kind of, shall we say, very upper scale, very rich background. I think she's smarter than you're going to give her credit for. She plays a character, but I think she probably did pass the bar. In my opinion.
Yeah, I think she probably passed the bar too. Yeah, it's but again, that's where we'll look it up, because like for my bar, if you know my real name, you just go to New York State website, you type my name in there, and it'll tell you pass the bar, what date, the school I went to, the accreditation tells you everything. So if you're legit, it's easy to find. If you're not legit, it's easy to see. And I think, unfortunately for Richie, he just made it too easy. And I think he's gotten away with this for a very long time. But eventually get caught out there. And I think he got caught. So every Friday, Laid Back Law, Eric didn't tell you, every Friday, Laid Back Law, link will be in the description if you want to come join us. We'll be there every Friday at about noon Eastern doing our thing. So please stop by and show some love. With that being said, I'm Nate. For Eric, we are out. Peace, people. If I can find the in-stream button.